Wipers!
Let's go. All right, team. Happy Friday. It's Tuesday today, but for you guys listening, this is going to be Friday, so happy Friday to you guys. And today we have a very interesting guest for you guys, Michelle Bombshell McGee. We've been friends for, I'm just thinking about this because I met my wife 12 years ago, and I remember I met you when I was dating that other stripper at this other club. So that must have been like 15 years ago.
Yep.
So it's been a while.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah. So let me give you some stories about Michelle Bombshell McGee. You might, this is not the story we're going to talk about on the show, but you might know her best as TMZ would describe it, the chick who broke up Jesse James and Sandra Bullock. Which may or may not be true, but
Home wrecker.
yeah. So that's probably the headlines that you've seen if you've seen her. But that's such a small part of your story, and if you're tuning in to hear that story, might as well tune out because we're going to talk about a bunch of other shit, and that's not going to be the main focus. But let me tell you some of these crazy stories. She sent me a list of some of these topics to get on. These are some wild stuff. So obviously talked about how you met Jesse James, getting into the adult industry, filming some like kind of wild stuff there. Working with Ashley Madison, who just came out with their documentary.
Yep,
right?
last year.
It's interesting. AVN Awards, partying with Charlie Sheen and Pauly Shore, dating Dave Navarro and Carrie Hart, doing the Howard Stern Show, which is a 3-part series. Mm-hmm. Celebrity boxing with Octomom, which spoiler alert, you won.
Yeah, I am still the celebrity women's boxing champion to this
Really?
day. Yep.
Okay, sweet.
Which is crazy. You beat a chick with 8 arms.
We got weird strip club stories, which we'll probably talk about because I have some experience in strip clubs as well. So there's probably some tie-in with a lot of this. We were just hanging out this weekend with my wife and some other people, and I totally didn't realize that you actually knew my baby mama, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, we worked together.
Yeah,
Yep.
Interesting stuff. Dancing for the mob in Long Island, and then also people don't know that you also currently work at Danny's.
Yep.
And there's some interesting stories there, and apparently Danny's is haunted.
Danny's is absolutely haunted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some cool stories for that.
Yeah, so we've got a wide range of topics to talk about, and we've got Mike Moriarty returning
Shit,
guest.
this might be your
and
third time.
co-host.
Second, I think, hosting, but yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah.
third time in front of the
third time
camera
on
with
the
us.
show.
And
Indeed.
Nick's up in Canada with Nikki.
Oh yeah,
So-
Nick's up there hanging out with the Canadian family,
Yeah.
shooting geese and shit.
Well, welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out. Cool.
Yes, thanks for having me. And thank you for agreeing to interview me.
Yeah, no worries. Happy
Mo
to
and
be
I
here.
have been friends for a while as well.
That's kind of
Spoiler
crazy
alert.
that you've been around these circles. And I mean, I don't know how we've never like
You guys
ran
were
into
at
each
the same
other.
bar last weekend.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
on Saturday. The Saturday, I was like, God, I know that girl from somewhere.
TMZ.
Yeah, I was like,
Wait, turn around. I think I know her. Yep,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah, but there's a lot of time with a lot of stuff. I'm excited to get into the Danny stuff. This be fun.
Yeah.
But first, we want to know about you because I've known you a long time, but I've never even asked you about like how you grew up, where you grew up, childhood. So let's just start there.
Okay, cool. I was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. Moved out to San Diego in the mid-'90s and been out in La Jolla, Pacific Beach area ever since. Like I said, went to high school out there. Came out here and actually was pregnant. My first son's dad is from San Diego. And just got into needing a lot of money. San Diego's very expensive. So I started working in the strip club in the late 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about the time I started exploring strip clubs as well. I was not on the pole though.
Well,
except
she was in the females dance. So.
Yeah, this was in Hillcrest at the time.
I actually did strip one time. It was-
Oh man.
Yeah, I was terrible at it.
We don't
though.
need to hear about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, let's leave that out.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear about that one. So why'd you move to San Diego? Were your parents moved there and then? where did
No,
they
my
move?
son's father is from here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how I ended up here. And then obviously from Cleveland, San Diego is beautiful. I'm like, oh, I'm never leaving. But damn, it's expensive. How am I going to afford to live here? And
I still think that every day.
Especially PB and La Jolla. You know,
Yeah.
it's not like you were living in fucking Lakeside. You know.
Yeah.
I did live in Lakeside, but
Yeah.
different time of my life because I'm like, I'm leaving the beach. I'm going to be a grown up.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is.
Oh,
What,
I
what
still
year?
live there.
What year did you get out here?
96.
And you were how? Well, I don't know how old you were, but you were. Yeah, it's crazy because I remember when I first got into the SEAL team. I graduated in '95, and first time I got my BAH. Me and my swim buddy Jay Myers.
Straight to Pacers.
No, dude. We were living in like on the corner like University and College, kind of like south of SDSU.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, our BAH was only like $480 a month.
Yeah.
Which is like
it's not Arizona,
nothing,
bro.
man. Like nothing. I mean, obviously we made it work, but it's not like. I mean, you have a lot of money as a fucking new guy in the SEAL teams, and
Especially when buying everybody beer.
yeah, and then inevitably, we lived there for like 6 months, and we're like, dude, we're spending all our time driving to fucking PB and downtown to go out. Like, this is dumb.
Let's
Like,
just move there.
Let's move where we're gonna drink.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great tactic.
Yeah,
That's-
so we did.
That's why I still live in PB.
Yeah. Well, I just drink at shadier bars now. So
I don't know, man. Have you been to Open Bar recently?
So good.
is it?
It's actually been good. Well, it's always been kind of like the old person bar, but now
Weren't you
that-
86 from there?
Yeah.
Or was that Nick?
No, for like 8 years.
Oh,
Yeah, but then they changed bouncers, so now, now I'm allowed in again.
I was only 86 from Moondoggies for a little bit.
Well, that one wasn't my
That
fault.
never happens to
That was
me.
actually Mikey Sowers' fault, but
Yeah, Gabby used to bartend at Moondoggies, and I remember.
Did she really?
Yeah,
shit.
me and Tage actually got in a fight with a bartender at PB Bar and Grill, and was not good. And
I mean,
then
is it really a PB night if you didn't get in a fight?
Yeah. And then next time I'm in PB Bar and Grill, like the bartender's like, "Hey, aren't you 86 from here?" I go, "No, we're 86 from Moondoggies. That's where the dude worked." She's like, "Oh, okay."
Which is right next door.
Well, and Big Brian worked at PB Bar, and she's like,
yeah.
"I think you're not supposed to be in here." And she calls the bouncer. It's Big Brian. Brian's like, "No, this guy's one of my friends. He's always allowed in here." And I was like, "Ha ha, got you, bitch! Got you, bitch! Make me a chicken pot pie." Sorry, we have a side tangent there.
That's all
It
right.
happens.
Yeah. We
yeah.
were at Open Bar on Sunday.
Yeah, PB Bar has changed a lot over the years, but now maybe it's just because I'm older now. But like Open Bar used to be like the old person's bar, but now
Now
maybe
you're the
it's-
old person.
Now you're old.
No, yeah.
But now I like it, but I also will say it's totally different, man. I've been a lot of bars in PB for a long time. It is the most social bar I've ever been to.
Where,
I've met
Open Bar?
Yeah, I've
Or
met
PB
some
Bar?
of my Open Bar.
Yeah.
Some of my current like best friends I hang out with the most often, I've met just hanging out at Open Bar. Everybody, if you go out on that little patio there, dude, somebody will talk to you. You just hang out. Like it's so open.
Dude, same thing too. Like, kind of. I mean, dude. I mean,
didn't mean to
honestly,
do that, but yeah.
most bars in especially on a Sunday. Sunday is probably the best time you're gonna, at least if you're a little older and you're not just trolling for puss. If you just want to go have a good time, like Sunday afternoons,
Oh,
day
it's the
drinking in
best.
PB. Go to either Lahaina's or I don't even. Is Nick still there?
Nick's
like
is
kind of
the-
right across.
Nick's is the
from-
local now,
Oh, okay, yeah.
which
Sunday
is kind of
fun day.
It's kind of a
Yeah.
weird vibe.
They have the
Yeah.
Shore Club.
Yeah.
Shore
Yeah,
Club's
but
another
day
good one.
drinking is the jam, dude.
Yeah.
I turn it. The sun goes down. I'm going home, bro.
Yeah.
I do not want to be out
7
in PB
p.m.
when the fucking
Out.
sun
Which is
sets.
cool. You still get like 12 hours of sleep. You wake up the next day, you're like, what the fuck happened?
Dude, we were just hanging out.
But you don't
last-
feel like shit.
Last Sunday, when we set this up, we were out drinking on Sunday with another team guy who wants to remain anonymous, so I won't say his name. But super
He'll
rad
thank you
dude.
for that. The guilty should
Yeah.
remain silent.
I hadn't seen him in like 20 fucking years. I'm like, bro, is that you? So we end up hanging out, and then we're going hard, going to a couple different bars, and my wife's with us. It's a great fucking time, but we've been going hard for a while, and all of a sudden we go back to Open Bar. I'm like, man, I'm getting like the gravitational pull home.
I'm so glad I didn't show up, dude.
I'm gonna get some pizza and a movie and sit in my house
Yeah.
by like 7:30. It was that's that's an old person
Well, dude,
thing,
that was
but I
funny
love
as
it.
fuck. You sent me that picture. You're like, dude, come hang out. And you sent me that picture. I'm like, hey, were those motherfuckers at the waterfront on Friday or Saturday night? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, holy shit, dude. We're like, small world.
Yeah, we were on a bender. I think we went from Saturday to Sunday night.
Yeah, it's
That's
fun,
awesome.
man.
It was a good time. It was
Yeah.
good running into you. I was trying to get this fucker out too.
Can't do it. I'm too old.
He only frequents Kent's Pub when he relieves Otay Mesa. I
Pretty
take
much.
that back. A Coronado.
A little bit.
IB. Plank.
Yeah, the plank.
Riches. I think Riches and Hillcrest.
Oh,
What's that? Hillcrest, yeah.
you
Oh, yeah.
know.
Maybe the brass rail.
I'm like,
That's only,
brass
when,
rail.
that's only when he's dressed up in his furry costume.
All right, sweet. So we've got.
Wait, pictures or didn't happen?
Trying to get this shit show back on track.
Yeah, where were we?
So we've got so many stories. So you started, was that, because you're bartending now, were you bartending before, or did you go right into the strip club scene?
Right into the strip club street scene. Yep. So pretty much at 18, you can only dance nude.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because there's no alcohol here in California. So yeah, I went straight to the good stuff at 18. And back in those days, like money was so good. I worked 2 days a week and was able to stay home with my kid, you know, and just like, oh my God, hand over fist money for doing nothing, you know.
It's a good gig.
Yeah, really good gig. So really fortunate. Only worked 2 days a week and had my own place in San Diego on the beach. It was good. Yeah, but I thought I was going to be a stripper for life. Like, this is it. Like, this is my career. Like, guys are like, you know, you're going to go to school. You're going to do something better with your life. No way. You
Better.
kidding
This
me?
is awesome.
No way. Like, yeah.
Were you inked up back then?
Yeah. So I was probably one of the first girls in San Diego to go really heavy with my chest, my arms. Back then, tattoos were not a thing. You're either in a gang or you just got out of prison.
Yeah.
Or you hung out with biker gangs. So, yeah.
Cool.
It's all kind of go hand in hand, the biker stuff and San Diego and tattoos and strip clubs.
It is kind of fucking weird how tattoos have evolved over however many years.
Yeah, culture's changed quite a bit.
Yeah. Now it's like, if you have sleeve tattoos, you're not looked at like, all right, hey, what cell block were you in? Yeah.
No, it's what brewery do you work at or what coffee
no
shop.
shit.
Yeah, now
store.
it's like you see dudes with neck tattoos that are like fucking lawyers and accountants and shit. You're like, what the
No,
fuck?
Or the
pure neck,
motherfuckers-
no arms, just pure
the
neck.
guys that start with neck and hands, like, you cheating motherfucker, dude.
Did you start all that in Ohio or?
No, out here, San
okay,
Diego.
okay.
Yeah. Back then, you had to get permission to get anything. Like, you could not go in with your, getting your hands done. You had to get permission from the tattoo artist because there was like a process.
Well, there
you
is a
know? You had to
formality.
get arms. You had to like.
It is weird. I ran into, there was a bartender up at, there used to be a Bubs, or there might still be in Oceanside. I think it was Bubs, like the same one down here. Mm-hmm. And there was a female bartender. This was probably 15 years ago, shit, maybe 20 years ago. And she was all inked up. I mean, she was covered like you were or are. And and I was just talking to you, and I was the same way I am now. And she sees this guy come in, and he's got hand tattoos up to like here, but then like he's wearing a tank top. He had no tattoos on his upper arms, and he had like neck tattoos.
Dork.
And then she's like, that's the most disrespectful fucking shit. And I was like, I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you wearing a tank top?
He's got a turtleneck.
Like, what the fuck? And she was like, no, there's a fucking hierarchy.
Yep.
They're like, you don't get lower arm tattoos, you get upper arm tattoos, you get neck tattoos until you're fucking sleeved. You don't get. And I was like,
Yeah.
fuck. I'm like,
Well,
where are these rules written?
I just think you just look like a nerd, though. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to tattoo
You try
yourself
hard.
tough.
Like yeah.
And I get some of that. Where I mean, there were team guys that came in, later in our careers, or you saw it too.
it's
I'm
changed a
sure
lot
you
now,
see dudes that automatically they want that notoriety, or they want that. It's not even notoriety. I guess you just want to be seen as, I don't know,
Dangerous,
somebody,
yeah.
I got tattoos, but then they'll have like lower arm tattoos with no up. Like, I don't give a fuck, honestly. Cover your whole fucking body for all I care. But it is just kind of like, I guess what vibe or what persona you want to throw out there.
Well, I think
you know?
it says a lot when you because if you have your neck and your hands tattooed, that normally means you have everything else tattooed first. So if you go straight to your neck and your hands without doing the work of everything else, that basically implies that you are kind of a fucking corner cutter and a little bit of a fucking cheater. That's just how I would view that. Now, that doesn't apply to everything, because now cultures change and sometimes people get stuff, and now it looks pretty good. I'm like, maybe I'm just old school in the way I think about it.
Yeah.
But I do think that there's a certain indication of like, okay, if you're going to cheat on this, what else are you fucking cheating
Exactly.
Got to go get my teardrop.
No, now
Start
they
there.
do. They put people under. They put them under and they do
now-
like a whole bodysuit. I'm
now
like, that's
that is
cheating.
cheating.
Yeah.
Cheating.
That
You
is
didn't
cheating.
earn that.
I mean, you want, at least for me, it is very therapeutic when you're sitting there, especially when you're like getting tattooed on your fucking ribs or your lower back. You're like, you're like, oh my God, what am I thinking about? Which I typically drink whenever I'm getting tattoos, and that's a whole nother.
Oh, that makes it worse.
Well, that's a whole nother misnomer where people are like, oh, you bleed more. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I've never had any of my tattoo artists complain about me bleeding more than anyone else whenever I'm.
Yeah.
And granted, I'm not like.
But you
just-
bitch less.
I'm not chugging bottles of Jack Daniels. I'm like drinking a beer or something.
Gonna need another roll of paper towels. That's all.
But I do remember there were several times where I'm getting work done, and Thaddeus Gardner, Jason Gardner's brother, and Thaddeus has been tattooing for probably 30 plus years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And I mean, he's like an engineer by trade, and he was like just tattooing kind of on the side, and then he went full into tattooing and stopped his engineer job.
No shit.
And
That's how it started.
but dude, I remember times when we're on the table and he's like tattooing my like inner upper arm and shit, and just like and like drinking out of a Jack Daniels bottle. And he would have a tattoo gun. He's like, hey, give me a shot. And I give him a little, and he's pointing up like this. I'm like tilting the bottle, and then he's like this, and like, and I'm like, I thought about that years ago. I'm like, dude, how smart was that? I'm like feeding my tattoo artist shots of Jack Daniels as he's tattooing me. I'm like,
That's pretty cool, though.
all the fucking lines are all like,
I know, I'm like really thick, really blown out.
That
in
would have
there.
been a great picture, though.
yeah.
I'm telling you, but tattooing is nothing compared to tattoo removal. Ooh,
Fuck, I bet. Like, you mean the pain or just
pain, yeah. Like I'm getting my facial ones removed. I had my hands removed because
Why?
I wanted a career.
I'm just kidding.
And they call them career killers, right?
Serious, yeah.
They came out pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I've still
Did you
got
have mostly black and gray on your
some,
hands? Or
no,
did you have
blue,
color too?
yeah.
Is that like laser removal?
Laser removal, yeah. The face one is just brutal. Absolutely brutal.
I
Get some
bet.
swelling and stuff after
Yeah,
after.
like oozy and just like that pain is just unbelievable. My head sticks out like 2 inches after it's done. Yeah.
That would have been cool though for Comic-Con. You just went
Oh,
down
yeah,
there as
with
like
the
a
big alien.
Klingon.
Yeah, like a big, just a big old thick like eyebrow. Yeah, oozing like.
They're like, dude, great fucking makeup.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, but that kind of whole thing ties into being a stripper, and I'm actually getting out of the strip club and kind of retiring from that stuff. I had a customer that would come in. He goes, "You're way too smart to be in here. You know, what do you want to do with your life?" I'm like, "That's it. That's all I got. I'm so good at it. It's awesome." He's like, "You know, you're going to go to school, and I'm going to pay for you to go to college. And as long as you keep going to school, I'll pay your rent."
Dang.
Yeah.
I was like, sign me up. So I was on like the 8-year program, you know, going to community college. He's like, all right, you're going to have to kind of pick something. I'm like, I'm going to be marketing. I'm going to do marketing. He's like, you're not going to go anywhere in marketing. I'm like, it's easy. You know, what can I finish? You know, so I can say finish something. He goes, no, you're going to be an engineer.
Holy shit.
And I was like, I want to be an engineer. That's lame. You know, that sounds like a dorky job to do. Cool, whatever. So yeah, that's what I started to do. And we used to sit at the club on Friday nights at Pure Platinum in Kearney. And we used to do my homework, thermodynamics. And
Oh, shit.
Sitting at the bar on a Friday night doing my homework. And finally graduated years later and got the degree. But
What's your degree in?
A mechanical engineering.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dang,
And
right
then
on.
There's a lot of fucking math.
girl's
and shit
wicked
in there.
smart.
No. I struggled. It was hard, but I did it.
My son's going to school for electrical engineering right now at SDSU. He starts his senior year, but dude, he's for like a lot of the math portions for whenever I was getting my degree in cinematography. I was like,
Senior year
hey,
already?
I'm like, hey son, come check out this. Like, do this math block for me. And he was like,
Oh, it's
Dad,
hard.
it's just statistics. I'm all like,
Yeah. When you get into numbers, the numbers are easy. It's when you get into theorems and you start writing theorems. Yeah.
What's a theorem?
They're explaining how you solve a math problem. But yeah, then during COVID, I got my master's,
In the same subject?
controls engineering.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And yeah, so COVID, I work for a company in Europe right now in renewable energy. So I have this really cush remote job. They're like, well, we're kind of slow. We'll pay you to go to school again so you can move up. And I'm like, heck
Okay,
yeah. No,
awesome.
that was not fun.
Oh, really?
No, I'm Yeah, I'm good.
So you studying something right now?
No,
Or
no.
was that before?
That was before.
That was
Yeah,
to get
I'm
your
done.
master's, right?
Yeah. So I'm done.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm done. That was brutal. But yeah, he was like, "You're gonna do this. You're gonna be something," and I'm like, "Pfft." Now I'm like, I'm gonna go back to the strip club. Now I work at Danny's.
Yeah, it was
I've
pretty
got
close.
these awesome pieces of paper to work at Danny's.
That's funny.
Yeah, now we got all the topless dudes on the bar at Danny's.
Yeah. I was like, "You're moving your hips wrong. It's not right."
Which sometimes it's more about not necessarily. It's more about the people you work with and the things you're doing versus the job itself. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yep.
I think most times, man. I mean, the job is kind of secondary to the culture and the people involved in it. And it's kind of like the teams are that way in a lot of it. It's like you're all there to do the job for sure, but I think what keeps a lot of people there. I mean, one of the only reasons I stayed
camaraderie
for
and
10
shit.
years was the boys, you know.
For sure.
Because you really can't get that anywhere else. And if you find a place where you like it and you stick and you feel like you can evolve in, like it's hard to leave that.
well, and I mean, how many people? You could probably take a poll of how many people actually work in the field that they got a degree in.
Very few.
You know, unless you're a fucking doctor or you know,
Yeah.
finance or
Well, somebody with a certification is different than a degree.
yeah,
Well, especially nowadays with all the bullshit degrees that are out there. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like-
that too. I mean, dude, I just there was ASU just announced they have a degree in
Influencer.
social media influencer.
Yeah.
And we're
Isn't
like,
that
what
nuts?
the fuck is that?
Wow.
Just go to
Which
school
I mean,
for podcasting.
honestly, they probably just changed the name from like
Marketing.
journalism or
Marketing, yeah.
marketing to like social
Yeah.
media. I mean, honestly, it's a lot of the same shit of like how do you market yourself or how do you know?
Yeah, but that generation's all about that, though. All about making TikTok businesses. Some of these girls I know, millions just from that stuff. I mean,
fuck, man, the OnlyFans
unbelievable.
shit is ridiculous.
Well, it falls under marketing because ecom is electronic commerce, which is all commerce basically, but everything's moving to the internet. So that has moved up. Like, I think before COVID, it was like 8 or 9% of all commerce was on ecom. COVID extended that, accelerated that to like, I think 11 or 12%, but it's been increasing about 1% a year. A lot of people are saying, I mean, nobody knows, but I've heard numbers as high as like 80 or 90% in the next fucking 20 years, something. I don't know what's fucking true or not,
Crazy.
but it is like just getting started. Well, like we think ecom's big now, it is just getting started. And when you think about what works in marketing, I mean, there's ways to slice it, but having that influencer is a real thing now. Like if you think about news, advertising on TV, Super Bowl, magazines, newspapers,
Yeah.
all that stuff before, that is completely fucking obsolete. It didn't go away. It got replaced. It got replaced with the scroll feature on your phone. The algorithm, everything that's interesting to you. What's interesting to humans is other humans, normally. Either peer group is something you want to be associated with. Marketing comes down to two things. You either want to be that person or fuck that person. That's basically what fucking marketing comes down to. And so it makes sense that is the way that it's going.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds super goofy that it's a fucking college course, but if you think about it, that's actually the future of all marketing is going that way.
Yeah.
Because it's not, what are you going to work at a fucking
Well, also think about
magazine now, you
fucking
know?
AI and shit. I mean, pretty soon you basically program some fucking thing that does a lot of the shit for you. That's going to be, I mean, invest for you and does all this shit to where you're not even having to sit behind a fucking computer. And I mean, you have a lot of these platforms like Robinhood and Autopilot and what is it, Alinea or some shit. I just saw there. It's an AI trading platform, and you invest money and go, hey, here's my parameters. I want high risk, high reward, or I want medium risk or whatever.
Just
and
follow Nancy Pelosi's profile.
Yeah.
I do that too. That's what Autopilot is.
Autopilot.
Yeah, unusual whales. Yeah.
Yeah, Autopilot is literally, I've got Nancy Pelosi on one of them, and then there's another one called World War III, and that one's making
seen
money hand
that.
over fist because
Yeah.
we're bombing the shit out of Iran, and it's all shit like
The drones, AI stuff.
yeah, like General Atomics, and it's all
Anduril.
it's all it's all
Yeah.
military
Industrial complex.
industrial shit. It's like, well, of course it's going to make money. Should have invested into what was the one that the Vice President Cheney owned part of? Start with an R. Or some
Halliburton.
shit? Oh, Halliburton. Yeah, that didn't start with an R.
Dude, I put some money into crypto like a couple years ago. It was like $3,500. I didn't check. I was just like, whatever. I was like, oh, whatever. I checked it like last month. $37.
Timing's everything.
You won 37, or you gained $37, or it's decreased
down to $37.
Jesus Christ!
If you want a stock to go down, just have me buy it.
Yeah, no shit. Well, I mean, some of those are performing better than like the S&P 500 over so many years. I mean, you have some of these hedge fund managers that are like, 500%. You're like, what the fuck? Like, how do you predict? Some of it's prediction, and some of it is, I don't get all into stocks and shorting stocks and long returns and blah, blah, blah. But it is a fucking science. But then there's also a lot of luck in some of that shit,
Yeah, I just put my shit.
And I don't know it.
S&P 500 now.
I don't have that luck.
Yeah, I definitely don't have that luck or even the knowledge of.
I don't have any extra money right now either. So.
We spent it on Sunday.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Any extra shit? I'm putting in another Lambo, dude. Fuck this investing shit. We'll make some solid financial decisions.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we get back to? We've got the stripping thing. Oh shit! Way to go.
No, so you basically got your master's degree, and you're working for a company in Europe. Mm-hmm. So where do you go from there, and how's this tie in long term and everywhere in between? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, there's so many stories like through my adult entertainment career too. That's really cool to talk about.
When did you do Howard Stern?
Okay, I did Howard Stern in 2000. Let's see. So my whole big scandal happened in 2008. So I guess like 2010 or something like that. Howard Stern invited me to come on. And I was
this
really
after the whole
scared.
Jesse James thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So a little context on that. I mean, dated Jesse James, supposedly broke up the marriage with Sandra Bullock because she was receiving an Oscar for some big movie she was doing. So that like blew up in the media in 2008. And at that time, like TMZ was huge and like that. I don't know how to call it. Like TMZ just started
Like
and like tabloid stuff, like, and like they were just like blowing up any kind of mistress stuff. Like that was like the hot thing. MySpace was big in the day.
Well, they were buying up all the paparazzi videos. They were buying up everything that was controversial. Was TMZ, the 20-mile zone.
Anything salacious, they're going to gobble up.
Yeah, and that was really big back in the day. I think social media just started, like getting really big. Like I said, MySpace was the first thing. I think
that's right.
Facebook just started. Like
you couldn't get on at that time.
Yeah, something. Yeah. I remember Facebook was just starting off. So. Yeah, that's the context of it. So Howard Stern was huge. I think this was like his big era before he got bought into Sirius or
that's right. He was
like
the biggest guy on that platform at the time. Yeah.
Yep. So I was really nervous to do it because I'm like, oh God, it's Howard Stern. Like, is he going to hate me? He's going to, like he's just going to rip into me because I guess he's a big Jesse James fan. So I was like, oh man, what is this guy going to do? And there was a lot of other controversy stuff that kind of followed me into the media, that the media blew up. And, I was the perfect villain next to Sandra Bullock. She's America's sweetheart. She had a huge movie. So it was like the perfect enemy versus, good girl thing.
I think that was The Blind Side, right?
Yeah.
That she won the Oscar for?
Yeah. So that was like a really big thing back then of spinning me as the evil mistress.
Homewrecker.
I know.
Yeah. It's a great headline for them.
So, I mean, they were just making money off of it. And I thought it was going to be like a 6-month thing. I'm like, oh, it'll die down. I rode that wave for like 10 years.
Holy shit.
Paparazzi and gigs. And I went on the Wendy Williams show. I went on like all these like tabloid stuff. So anyways, I was really excited about Howard Stern. Like that was really, really cool. I'm like, is he going to ask me to do the Sybian? Like, what's he going to do? Like I was like preparing for the worst, but
holy shit.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. But so it's really interesting that I got to New York and it was like 4:30 in the morning. I had to show up there, and I'm nervous. My stomach's like, and I was like, oh God, it's really early in the morning, and like they're sitting here, it's super, super quiet. And they're like, okay, Michelle, just wait. We're just going to come grab you. I think it's Baba Booey's going to come grab you. We're going to put you in the studio. Don't go up to Howard Stern and don't go up to Robin. You just sit on this couch, right? And just don't approach him. And I'm like, okay. So like not even like a setup, you had to walk out there. And I was like, oh God. So, ooh, I'm not really feeling so great right now. So I'm like, I'm going to use the restroom. Is that okay? So I go in the bathroom. All of a sudden I hear, bum, 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 bum. Where is she? She's in the shitter. I was just like, and they're piping it through the bathroom. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh no. They're like,
You're not helping.
you're missing your cue. And I'm sweating. They did it on purpose to like rattle me. I mean, I was like sweating in there, like, oh my God. So I come running out of the bathroom, like, what's going on? They have the camera in my face.
Toilet
like,
paper on your
off your ass.
I'm just like, oh my God, this is like the worst thing happening, you know? But that's what they do. They try to set you off so like you're not like, you know,
Like,
they did.
Yeah.
fucking frazzled.
Yeah, and they did. They caught me off guard. I was not prepared for that. I thought it was going to be a professional, like, wait for her to finish, to come out. Nope, sweat mustache. I was like, fuck. So anyways, go out there, and they put me on a couch, and I'm tiny, you know, and this couch is huge, so my legs are sitting out like this. And I'm like, I feel like a little kid on that show Big, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, so, you know, like a little girl. And Howard Stern's like sitting like 8 feet away with like this bulletproof glass with Robin on the other side. So I'm talking to him like really super far away.
That's so strange.
It
Yeah,
was.
they have a weird dynamic
Yeah.
in there, which, he kind of started a lot of talk radio. I mean, I used to listen to Howard Stern
Yep.
fucking years ago, which, I mean, dude, honestly, he
was like a pioneer.
He kind of started the whole format
Yeah, the
of
proof-
what
proof
kind
of
of
concept.
podcasts are.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
kind of proof of concept. Of
Like a
people
germaphobe
understand.
or something?
Super, yeah. That's like you weren't allowed to touch him or talk to him. And then Robin behind the glass. It was just very strange. Like, and they, like I said, they sat so far away, so it wasn't really like personable. And he just like went in with like the questions, like, so,
What's your fucking problem?
you know, like how big is his? You know, I'm like,
no.
oh, jeez, you know, like, was he good in bed? I'm like, oh my God, like just went right into
That's
it. I was
fucking
just like,
weird.
Shock jock.
oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I knew what he was trying to do. He was trying to get me razzled, you know, and see how much he's really good at like poking and prodding to get you to say things you normally wouldn't say. Because I'm like, I'm not going to talk like that. I'm going to be a lady, and I'm not going to discuss it. I'm like, oh yeah, his dick was huge, you know, like, oh my God. Yeah, so he's like, what's his nickname in bed? I'm like, Vanilla Gorilla. I'm like, why am I saying this stuff? Oh my God. But yeah, he's a really good at prodding and getting you to like feel comfortable to like get stuff out of you.
Well, and I mean, I'm sure that's the thing too, where you sign something that says like everything is their intellectual property. I'm
Yep.
sure. I mean, like obviously, if you said something on this show and you had an issue with it 2 days later, like we'd be like, absolutely, we'll fucking edit that
Yeah,
out. I
no big
mean,
deal.
we're not a show to where we're trying to burn our guest or some gotcha moment.
These
and
are
not
all
to
our
say,
friends too.
yeah, exactly, and not to say that's all of what Howard Stern does, but yeah, I mean, it is kind of what he's known for.
That's what he's known, the shock jock, you know? Like, he wants that shocking stuff, and he gets it out of you. I'm like, I came in there with a plan, and it went out the window within, like,
Yeah,
30
I'm
seconds.
sure.
From the bathroom, went out the window. And I'm like, great. That was really cool. And it was, like, a 3-part series, like I said, and they did, like, some really in-depth stuff.
Did
It
they
was
break
cool.
up that one interview, or did you have to go back another couple
No,
times?
just yeah. I was there for like I want to say 3 hours, so they broke it up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it was really cool. After I got drilled with a million questions, cameras went off, and then he actually came up and was like, shook my hand. He's like, so good to meet you. That was so nice of you. Thank you so much. Like, Robin came out and gave me a hug. Like, I was like, oh, I wish you guys would have done that before.
Yeah, not so adversarial.
Yeah, because it was very like, you know, they just drop you in this thing, and you're like, ugh.
It's like a frog in a blender.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
Jesus Christ.
definitely one of my hardest interviews I think I did, and 'cause it was like super uncomfortable. But after the end, he was so cool. It's like one of my favorite things. I'm like, that was really neat. So they took pictures and stuff. So
That's cool.
yeah, that was a fun.
Glad it worked out. It was a good experience.
Yep, really
Did you
good.
get any like backlash from being on the show, or
No, all really positive. I think a lot of the guys are super interested. Like, tell me about Howard Stern. Like, was it cool? And I'm like, it was a really cool experience.
That's
like,
cool.
Really
Yeah.
funny stories.
yeah?
Yeah, but
What's
it was my
that strip
first
club
time.
out there that he always mentions?
Scores.
Scores,
Scores.
that's what it is. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So I had an agent at the time, and they called me right after that show and was like, hey, do you want to do an impromptu dance gig in Long Island? And I was like, I'm really tired. I've been up for like 12 hours at this point. He's like, it's a lot of money. I need you to go. The limo's picking you up. And I'm like, cool, whatever. So they pick me up, and we go out to Long Island, and I'm like falling asleep in the limo. And I get there.
I didn't bring my 9-inch heels.
Actually, I got stuff in the back. Maybe keep it in the back. And we show up and it's like this nondescript little building, and I walk in and the manager's like, come on in. I go, oh, hi, where would you like me to change? He's like, there on the meat cooler, just throw your stuff. And I was like,
Okay.
where the heck am I? And it's like literally like 12 by 12 room. And they built a little stage, like this little tiny platform with like this pole in the middle, pitch black dark with a jukebox. That's it. No chairs, no anything. And I'm like,
Your chainsaw firing up in the back.
yeah, I was like, oh God, what is,
dude?
yeah,
shit.
this is so weird. So the guy's got whole lines of stuff on his desk, and he's got a shotgun and like a pistol. And he's just
What the
like,
fuck?
yeah. I'm
Wow.
sitting here, I'm like, this guy is out of his freaking mind. So I have an assistant, and he's like, you guys want to eat? And I'm like, oh, no. She's like, well, do you mind? And she's over there partying with a guy. I'm in the meat cooler getting dressed in my little bikini. I'm like, this is the weirdest situation
Like, remind
ever.
me to fire my manager.
Yep, like where did he send me? So he goes, oh, I've got your money for you. So he goes in the safe and he brings out this envelope and he's like, there you go. Thank you so much. Great. I said, so what do I do? And he's like, whenever you're ready, just throw some music on the jukebox and just go out there. I'm like, there's no one here. He's like, yeah, just go out there. And I'm like,
We're videoing it. Like, what the
yeah.
fuck?
I'm like, oh my God. So like I remember like these like red lights just coming down. That's it, pitch black. So I'm like, I'm gonna get this over with. I'm gonna go home. I'm tired. I already got my money. Get the F out of here, right? This is weird. So I go out there like twirling my hair, like whatever, and I just see shadows coming out, like people coming out of nowhere. And I'm like, where the fuck? I'm like, hi, how's it going? Nothing, just silent. Can't see anything. So anyways, I'm like, on my third song, I'm like, what am I even doing here? All of a sudden I hear, whew, whew, and just like money flying. I'm like, okay. All right, so I just keep going. As long as the money keeps going, I'm going to keep twirling. And I'm like, I'm sick of doing the same 3 moves. You know, there's no mirror, no anything. And my assistant's there at the time, hammered, falling all over herself. And she's got a garbage bag, and she's just like sweeping up all
Right.
the money. She's got this big ass bag of money. So I'm like, thank you very much. Appreciate you so much. You know, like, get me the hell out of here with this big bag of money. I'm like, cool, whatever. Still don't see anything. And then they leave, and I go out and get dressed in the meat cooler. Got this big bag of money. I'm like, thank you so much. And he's like, hey, I got an envelope for you. And I'm like,
Again?
oh, maybe he gave me half or something. And I was like, okay, thank you. You know, they're over there partying on the desk, whatever. And I'm like, thank you very much. I'm out of here. So anyways, get to the hotel room. There wasn't ones they were throwing at me. There were hundreds.
Damn.
I had
Wow.
a garbage, one of those big black bags of money, the most money I ever made at the club. I got paid twice from the envelope. The guy was so messed up, he didn't realize he paid me not once but twice. I was like, get me the hell. I'm never going back to Long Island ever again.
Wow.
And then, I figured out it's Bada Boom, Bada Bings is where what I was at, if you know from the show
Oh, shit.
Sopranos.
So is that like all those people in there, were they like wanting to stay anonymous or something like
They're
that?
mobsters, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yep. So before I left the Bada Boom, Bada Bings, whatever it's called, the NYPD showed up and said, can I get a photo with you? So I have this photo of the NYPD, and they're holding me up like horizontal with NYPD.
Wait, as you were leaving?
Yeah, as I was leaving the club.
Were they like getting ready to go busted or something?
I have no idea. I wanted to get out of there so
They were
fast.
partying with the mobsters.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, so that's my cool little like.
You have to flip a coin and see who the criminal is.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So that was a really
wild,
cool
dude.
experience of my whole Howard Stern, like 48 hours of this is the craziest thing I've ever done in like New York. So.
Yeah, that's crazy. God, New York has some wild stories in it, man.
Weird stuff. I went through the airport too with that bag of money. I was so tired. I didn't count it.
Holy
7 a.m.
fuck, dude.
Flight back to LA. I just ran it through the.
Took it out of the trash bag, though, right?
No, just ran it through, and they're
Trash
like,
bag full of money.
and they have metal. They have little metal strips in it, so it runs through, and they know what it is. And they're like, "What are you doing with this?" I'm like, "Just run it." Don't ask, just run it. And I remember the manager comes up and was like, do not open this bag in the airport. And I'm like, I'll sleep on it. It's fine. Like, why do you have this? I'm like, it's a long story. But yeah, going through the airport.
I'm an engineer.
Yep.
I got in the wrong business. Damn.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Yeah, you know what's funny? Turns out you can travel with like a ton of cash. It's not illegal
Yeah, you
at
just
all.
have to declare it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, going over the border, you have to declare it less than 10,000.
Yeah, well, I was talking, like, we had Mike Mahalski from Sons of Liberty Gunworks on here. He was talking about he won $1 million. Or actually 1.3, but he won $1 million, and his wife talked him into flying back. So he had like this tactical backpack full of $1 million cash.
Wow.
Just under his seat, flying back to fucking Texas.
Was he in Vegas?
Yeah.
Dude, he's out there for SHOT Show. He literally wins $1 million. Him and his wife to get on a fucking plane, fly back to his house in San Antonio. They put $1 million in the safe, get back on the plane, fly back to Vegas for the rest of SHOT Show.
And he wins another $300,000.
Yeah,
What the
you're
heck?
like, I'm like, why don't you just like give it to somebody for safekeeping? He's like, nope, wouldn't have worked. So,
Yeah, well, also there's a part of the story he didn't tell when he was on the show. But he told me, he didn't bring it up on the show, but the other part of that is that he had to change rooms because there was several people that were like noticed what was going on and were like
Scoping them out.
stalking him, yeah.
Casing them.
Rob
Oh,
is
wow.
fucking. Oh, that makes sense.
I would
Yeah.
think like you could just leave it with the casino until you're ready to leave. You know what I mean? They would have safekeeping maybe. No.
You'd think.
Their responsibility, though.
Till
They
you
probably
dis-
don't want
till
it.
you
Like, it's
yeah.
yours.
You disappear in the desert. Like,
Yeah, Vegas is. I wouldn't trust. I'd probably fly home with it too.
Yeah.
I would just rent a car and drive home.
Yeah.
yeah, that's fucking crazy, man.
So you've had like multiple parallel lives at one go. You think so? What year was it when you started this engineering path?
2010-ish.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And then when did you finish up your master's in this?
Right at the end of COVID.
Oh no shit.
So that's like, what, 20,
11?
11 years?
Yeah.
Something like that. I'm
12
an engineer.
years, 10, 11 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I did the long path.
Yeah.
For sure.
So did you, when you were doing that path, did you kind of miss some of like just the, I don't want to call it chaos, but some of like the interesting lifestyle?
Were you doing it simultaneously?
Yeah,
though, right?
simultaneously. Yeah, my first for my undergrad. Yeah, I did simultaneously, but yeah, it was just interesting. I mean, I've aged out of it. You know, it's like at the point when you're a dancer, it's like, okay, when are you going to get out of it? And so there has to be an exit plan. Versus men can do it for careers forever. Women, obviously age out of stuff. So I'm like, I got to figure out something. Yeah, but I did miss a lot of that chaos. But like the media stuff, I don't miss it all. That
Yeah.
was something weird. I compared to winning the lottery. Like, unless you've gone through it, it's so hard to explain.
Yeah.
Getting stalked and followed, and like every single thing, getting followed around like a grocery store with people with like cell phone cameras, and it's like
Yeah,
creepy
it's
because
weird.
in the back of your head, you're like, okay, so this guy's like recording me and stuff. It's weird. And then, it finally died down where I think the younger generation doesn't know a lot about it. So I can finally go places and not really be recognized anymore, but very weird. Like I said, I rode that wave for 10 to 15 years of being recognized.
I feel like fame is like, I'm not famous at all, except maybe
In PB.
couple bars.
Yeah.
PB famous.
Yeah, PB famous. Yeah, the dubious honor, a little small zip code. But I feel like it's one of those things where I've always tried not to stay in the spotlight. I have to for certain things with the different businesses, but I prefer being in the background because I've always felt like it seems like one of those things where if money comes with fame, then it's like okay, it's a decent trade off. But
Right.
if if you're a famous actor or something, I get it. You're getting paid a lot of money and you're famous. Like that's a trade off that most people are willing to take. But I don't understand what people. I think that people that want fame just for fame's sake have never actually had it. And I think if they had it, they would be more apt to maybe take
Oh,
a
yeah.
pass.
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
and they don't know what it comes with.
Exactly. I mean,
you know.
I was not prepared for it. It hit so hard. I didn't think it was going to be like a big thing, but it like took off like crazy. And it's so weird to have your privacy taken away. Like it's
Oh, I'm
priceless
sure.
now. For me just to go to the grocery store, to the gas station and not anybody recognize me, not say anything, it's priceless. I'll never go through that again.
Yeah, I think there's also, I mean, regardless of like the club stuff too, it's just like I notice this in PB a lot, is where there's almost two types of people, right? And this is just an extension of the world. There's NPCs. I mean, NPCs could be, there's a whole theoretical thing like they don't exist until they're in your traffic or whatever. But there's also a huge percentage of people that are actually real people. They're just NPCs in that they don't think for themselves. They just run whatever program the news tell them to. They're upset about whatever the news tells them to be. They don't have any real thoughts or feelings or even direction or drive on their own. So they're literally NPCs, but they exist. And then there's main characters, which I think is probably like, I don't know, there's degrees of that, but probably 3 to 15% of people like main characters. And I notice it's when we see each other out of the bars and everything, or when we went out last weekend with our little group, all main characters. These guys are like fucking, we got like 2 team guys, another guy, and we meet up with all these people. It was fucking a shit show in a good way. In a good way.
Yeah.
But you could see, man, like when we walk into a bar, people are like, we're they don't know who we are, but they know there's something fucking different.
Like, who the fuck are these
Well,
hooligans?
Yeah, but you've seen the same thing. Like, if you walk into a bar with even just a handful, like 3 team guys in like Ohio or something, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is?" Like, there's something different about it.
Well, dude, I remember that shit all the time. When
we go on training trips. Yeah.
Traveling as a platoon.
We're a minor league baseball team.
Yeah,
you
people
know?
are like, "What the fuck? Who the fuck are you guys?" And we're like, "We're the Coors Light jump team." What the fuck? Like, yeah, we're here parachuting for a fucking baseball game. They're like, okay.
No, it's true. You guys have an aura about you because working in Danny's, you know, we have a lot of people that come into Danny's, locals and visitors that hear about the bar. And then when a team guy walks in, you just know. He doesn't have to say anything.
Yeah.
After 10 p.m., you'll know it because they'll tell you. They take their shirts off.
They all get naked.
Yeah, they all get naked. You're like, yeah. But they'll walk in and you guys have something about you that words can't describe. It's just something about it.
I'm sorry, you can't Porky Pig it in here. Put your pants on.
This is America.
Yeah. But it is really interesting how you pick up on that vibe.
Yeah, it's true. And I've noticed that almost all team guys have that. Some Army Rangers have that, some Green Berets have that, but it's not to the extent that like almost all team guys have that weird thing. Like even some boring team guys I met, or relatively boring team guys. I don't say boring. People that you wouldn't expect to be team guys. Like
It was like Todd Charbot was saying when he was in there. It's like there's a certain amount of character that team guys have, you know, compared to like some of the other units.
Yeah, most
and
guys, and most times you can look at it. And
personality.
you can just tell like there's something different about this person. But sometimes even the team guys that you can't tell off the bat. I remember I was having dinner with this guy. This great dude, officer type, like typical officer type, and he doesn't look like a team guy, you know. But then we're walking to the bathroom. I saw him walk.
Doesn't have hair, Joe.
He does have great hair. I saw him walk 10 feet. I'm like, that's the fucking walk. That's
swagger.
a team guy. There's just that fucking like almost like a predatory fucking walk. I'm like, I get it now.
Yeah, it's a shine. I also say situational awareness. You can tell the way they look at the room. Except for Danny's, and then one eye goes this way and one goes that way. Yeah, that's also a thing I can pick up on.
Yeah, it's weird, man. I know when you've noticed when you first start dating a chick too. Like, how do you know those guys are team guys? Then you date them for a couple months. They're like, oh, that guy's a fucking team guy. That guy's a fucking team
They
guy.
smell the toxicity. Like,
That's
yeah,
probably what
that's
it
it. Yeah.
No shit.
I think you meant testosterone.
No. Yeah, Danny's typical Friday, Saturday night. It smells like Rumpelmans and testosterone in that place, and just like shirts off, BO, and just like coming out their pores. It's like, oh,
Dude,
man.
that was that. I don't think it was the last night I saw you there, but we were with I don't say their names, but the guy with the mustache, younger dude.
A team guy with a
I know,
mustache.
right.
Come on.
But it was the
80s
last
are
night.
back.
So you'll remember when I tell you this. So a bunch of team guys were there. I think it was like some event was going on. So there was a bunch of team guys at McPee's and a bunch of them
C4 event. C4 event.
Yeah. And so team guys migrated over to Danny's, and everybody's there. I mean, there's like, everybody's packed with team guys and everything. And then owner Danny's like, okay, everybody out.
You
Because
go
everybody
now.
out.
You go now.
And then a couple of the other team guys are telling me like, hey, nah, just don't listen. Just hang out. I'm like, and all the other team guys are getting kicked out. I'm like, you sure, bro? Don't be an asshole. You know what I mean? He's like, no, trust me. Just hang out. So all the team guys leave except for like four team guys and me and you and one of the team guys' girlfriends. And then we stayed like an extra fucking hour and a half. And that's when the guys were like, it's all locked up. And we're just playing music. And the dudes, like, I think a couple of the guys were new guys. And they're making them like do the Frogman
Frogman
toast.
toast.
Yeah.
I was like, because before then I was kind of worried about the teams getting all fucking lame and just all fucking losing that pirate edge. And after that night, I came home at like, I don't know, 2 or 3 in the morning. And I was like, and we exchanged shirts and shit. They gave me this, I don't want to say the platoon, but gave me their platoon shirt and their patch and everything. I'm like, I came home like, man, fucking teams are alive and well, dude.
Yeah.
They're doing okay, man. They're still the boys.
It is fucking weird, man. Like, I remember my first several platoons, because I lived in PB. I would drive to work, do our shit in Coronado, and then I got the fuck off the island because I always hung out in PB and partied in PB.
Yeah.
And then I think, well, there was my second platoon, which was Juliet platoon. That was a platoon with that Jack Carr was in, and it was all super young guys. We had like fucking like 9 new guys in that platoon, and everybody, not everybody, but like Vinny, and there's a shit ton of team guys that lived on the island, and they were always at Danny's. I was like, holy fuck, man. I was like, I guess it was just like, kind of like the culture. I guess like going through Buds, I was always kind of told like, hey, get the fuck off the island if you're whatever. And then like as a new guy, I didn't have a whole lot of. There was only me and one other dude that weren't married or had serious girlfriends in my first platoon, so I didn't party in Coronado. I always went to PB to party.
Yeah,
and then like second platoon,
PB is the place.
Yeah, like second platoon, I was like, dude, why the fuck do these dudes always want to go to fucking Danny's and McPee's? And you know, I still didn't really hang out in there. And then like honestly, until I think probably like after like 9/11. And wound up doing a couple platoons. Well, fuck, man. Like, I guess the first Iraq deployment, and you literally got to the point where you'd go to the team, and the team had a kind of a different identity. Like, they had, like, Team 5 had a new building. We came back from that 03 deployment, and Team 5, Team 7 building was built, and we had the high bays, and there was, like, a lot less visibility of what was going on down at the fucking high bay. Which I don't understand how it could, because we had those Quonset huts before, and like we used to always just leave through the jump team gate and fucking be gone. And but it was just fucking weird. Like we come in and there was nothing. If there was nothing to do, honestly, you were just like getting the fuck out of there. And maybe that was just me as like the LPO. I was like, well, might as well go to Danny's. Like, but I remember platoons with like Dan Fowles in my sister platoon and like other dudes like where. I mean, dude, I feel like for a period of like 2-3 weeks, we came back from deployments and show up to the team. It's like, 9 o'clock and like get a workout in and like just hanging out. We're like, dude, what? There's nothing going on. And like pro dev and all the new guys are going to schools and shit. We're just kind of like sitting around and like, oh,
Danny's?
Dude, literally you just sit at Danny's for like 4 fucking hours drinking Coors Light and doing shots of Jameson. And, guess I better get home before the old lady gets, I was just like,
I didn't start hanging out at Danny's till like toward the end of my career. 'Cause I lived down in IB, so I just was like hanging out at the Plank and Mickey's and shit like that. But
yeah, it was just kind of, it's definitely a weirder, I guess, full circle for when I first started kind of hanging out there. Now it's like, I think you got newer guys that first show up to a team and like that's all they want. They're like, oh fuck, we got to hang out here. We gotta fucking
Yeah, well, there's a new rule now. You can't come into Danny's unless the team invites you.
Really?
Yeah. And the Buds kids, they're not allowed on until.
That's probably smart.
Oh, that was always kind of
so
that's for their own safety.
Yeah, no Danny's, no Little Club, no
Yeah.
McPee's.
wait, who has to be invited?
team guys.
But yeah, team guys, new team
guys.
New
yeah,
guys.
so once you
Okay,
graduate
okay.
Buds, you get on a team, and then you just can't show up to Danny's. They'll beat you up. So you got to get actually invited by your team.
It's okay
that
for
was-
tourists though. This doesn't apply to tourists.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Civilians are.
You can
Well,
still
yeah.
enter. It's still enter at your own risk.
Right. Yeah.
I remember instructors like going through Buds, like they were always like, "Hey,
Yeah, don't you dare step foot in McGee's.
don't go to Little Club, don't
Yeah.
go to fucking what was the club at the fucking end of the street before Nicky Rotten's?
Oh, I don't know.
Little Club.
That's Little Club.
No, that's that.
No,
guy-
what Nicky
that's the
Rotten's
one.
is now.
Actually, that place just closed.
Yeah.
Nicky Rotten's closed.
Nicky Rotten's closed.
I don't see how it made it that long.
No, Little
anyways.
Club did. Nicky Robbins
Yeah.
closed too.
Yep.
Dang.
Yeah, I think Danny's and McPee's are the only two bars, like bar
Dude, what
bars
was the name
on the
of that
island now.
fucking club?
Down by First Street?
It was on the corner. Well, there was a laundromat there.
Oh, it was a laundromat, as I remember.
There was a
but I forget what it
laundromat
was.
on the corner, and then right beside it was Nicky Rotten's absorbed that and the laundromat.
Oh, fuck, I don't remember.
But fuck, what was the name? It was something fucking stupid.
Yeah, but the difference between like McPee's and Danny's are very connected, right? Because of the culture. But I think the shift happened for a couple reasons. Where like McPee's is known as like the team guy bar. On if you Google it and if you don't know any better, that's the team guy bar.
Well, I mean, and Greg McPee, he kind of tailored it to home of the Navy SEALs.
Yeah,
and
big trident
big
on the
trident
back of
on
the
every
shirt,
shirt.
for
And,
sure. But then there were some. I don't know the details of this, so I don't want to misspeak on it. But there was some kind of shenanigans that happened with the ownership there, and it's no longer team guy owned.
It's not. No.
Well, Greg died.
Yeah. So, and then there was some other stuff that happened with the ownership there, which I don't know what the real story is, but there was definitely some contentious stuff going on.
There was some strife going on with the family and the new owner. I believe his name's Pete. But
which is neither here nor there. I don't know all the details of it. I just know that was like, okay, well, it's not really Team Guy owned anymore, but they still are selling merch with the Trident on it. It's kind of a weird thing. So a lot of the Team Guys migrated over, sometimes because you got kicked out of McPee's, so you go over to Danny's and you hang out there. And also the second part of that was that GWAT kicked off and a lot of dudes started dying in like, several a year. And then McPee's is a family oriented stuff. They're more commercial. You can't do the shit at McPee's that you do at Danny's. And so Danny's is like, when somebody dies, like basically they basically close it off for civilians and like, hey, it's just Team Guy only fucking time. And you have your send off and your toast and all the fucking shit. And it's like, I'm so glad that the teams have that space to kind of hold that reverence. And that just became cemented by, I don't know how much, probably like
I kind of always looked at it too as kind of like the younger, more active Team Guy crowd would be at Danny's, and the older
retired officers,
former
go to McPee's,
Vietnam guys hung out at McPee's, kind of thing like that. So that's kind of the way I always saw it.
Well, Danny's is so special, especially when there's a death. It's like the ceremony that, for those who don't know Danny's, we have the walls full of fallen heroes. So we have a lot of widowers that come in that will just sit there and just cry, and as they look at the picture, and it's like, it's hard, especially when there's a death, and they all come in with their blues. And I mean, Danny's is a really special place for
I remember when there was no pictures on that wall. And Pepper Tagle was the first one that went up.
Yeah, right under those shitty TVs that used to be. I mean, you see TVs that were like still had the giant box on the back of the TV.
Two TVs.
Still there,
Pepper's
died in a
picture
plane.
was right under.
Still is.
That TV that was right there. And then, it's kind of crazy, man. Like, definitely the ceremony where they actually put up people's pictures is definitely special.
Yep.
I mean, I remember it's like, the goddamn fire marshal will have a goddamn coroner. If you saw how many people were in some of those, it's like.
I don't think we'd let him in.
Probably not.
Come back tomorrow, bro.
But no, I just remember literally in there going, holy fucking shit. I don't think you could fit another person in this bar. And it's like standing room only, and people are like holding drinks like this shit.
So you take your shirts off, make more room.
Well, I remember there would be guys coming in from the front, and they pick them up, and they like move them back down, like the wave to the back, because Danny's is a big, long, like, narrow
and
building.
Dudes are standing on the bar, like giving
shirts off,
toast and shit, and
helping out behind the bar too, because it gets tough. So sometimes half your bar staff is other team guys. Just like
Maysu is like, go get something out of the cooler, and they're washing our glasses for us, getting ice from upstairs. Yeah, she puts the team guys to work back there, but they love it too. They're like, I'm Maysu's favorite. I'm like,
they feel like they have ownership there.
Yeah, they're like, this is our bar. I do the dishes here. It's my bar.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. But it's definitely transitioned from. No pictures. And I will say, as somebody, I can't remember the last time I've been in Danny's. It's probably been several months, actually. But it's very, I wouldn't say therapeutic, but it's a good dose of
heritage.
Kind of kicking the nuts where you walk in there and you're like, motherfucker, dude. And you just kind of look around, you have a toast, you have a drink with dudes that you served with, maybe didn't serve directly with, but definitely served with. And then there's other dudes that are hanging on the walls where you're like, holy fucking shit, dude. Like, we literally were in some of the same fucking spots with these guys, before they passed away. And it's very somber.
Yeah, it gets heavy. But not heavy in a bad way though. I've never been there where it's heavy in a bad way. Even when the memorials are going on, it's heavy in like a humbling reverence and humbling kind of way. Yeah, I'm so glad that we have that spot. I hope that like Rangers and Green Berets, I hope that every other unit has that spot too, because that has been, I think, a huge part of why keeping the culture of the teams is you need that kind of that drinking hole, that watering hole, that lily pad for us, that space for each other to cry, to chat, to talk, to laugh, to have drinks and tell stories. And it's a huge part of why our culture has remained strong on all this stuff when a lot of other cultures, at the whim of whatever SOP changes or whatever manual changes.
Well, it's kind of weird too because I'm curious if all these bars are starting to kind of close now. Mm-hmm. I wonder if how much of that is a direct result of the teams actually moving further south.
Yeah,
because now you don't have as many team guys
hanging around Coronado,
like going, especially going as far north as Nicky Rotten's in Little Club, which is kind of fucking weird.
Yeah, we definitely see an uptick when they come back and when they leave deployment. It's definitely like a cycle. Like, what team's coming back? Because we know when they leave, when they come back.
Yeah.
And each team has its own personality, too,
which
is
sure.
cool.
Yeah.
We know team one, no fun.
So
there's definitely each team has their personality. So it depends how busy the bars get, depending what team is coming back. But when they come back, too, it's a really good place for them to decompress coming back from deployment.
Oh, definitely.
It's definitely a different vibe as when they're leaving. Mm-hmm. So as when they're coming back. But it's definitely a cool vibe because every 6 months it seems like it's a new type of vibe that comes through there. But who knows how long Danny's will remain open? That's kind of unknown.
Yeah, it's all at the whim of, a bunch of different factors. There's a new cool bar. It's definitely not a team guy bar, but it opened up. There's actually a couple cool new bars there. There's that really nice steak joint that's pretty dope.
Where at? In Coronado? Or
yeah, it's like one street
Baby
up
Grand
from
just opened up,
yeah,
too.
Baby Grand is fucking dope. And it's right next door to the steak joint, which is really
it's
cool.
called Steak.
Well, there we go. Yeah.
STAKE.
So there's nice, but can you really see the team guys going in there at 2 a.m.?
No.
Oh, we had dinner there for your birthday.
Yeah.
Steak.
Yep.
STAKE.
Yeah, it's a great spot. Super high class, which is probably not a good mix for a bunch
I
of
know.
big
I was
guys.
like, Danny's is so special because of its charm.
That's a good way to put it. Charm.
Charm.
Well, Baby Grand is the same ownership as that, what's that hotel over there? Hotel bar place. Is it Lafayette?
Oh yeah, the new. Yeah,
Oh,
the
no
new.
shit.
So if you look at the styling of Baby Grand, the new place is very much like
Where's Baby
Lafayette.
Grand?
Coronado, right on Orange Avenue.
It's actually a hotel.
What it used to be, though.
A hotel.
It was a shitty little kind of hotel motel place.
It's still a hotel.
I'll have to check it
They
out.
still have the rooms, but the whole little, it used to be a parking lot. They turned into like really dope little bar with like flowers and fucking.
There's gas torches all over the place, dude. Their gas bill must be out of control.
Yeah, it's the same owner of Lafayette.
Yeah.
It looks cool. We went there.
The other LEDs. I'm just kidding.
We went there their first day opening, and it was kind of a shit show. But their staff was fucking awesome. Super ton of great drinks, phenomenal food, great vibe. It was these growing pains of like, I think they just didn't expect so many people, so it was a little bit late. But it was. I'm definitely going to go back there.
Yeah, it's the new hotspot, man. I drive by there on a Friday or Saturday night, and like there's like badass cars rolled up in front of the place and stuff. So it's like the place to be.
Before 7 p.m. because you go to bed early.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I'm looking up where this place is because now I want to go.
Yeah, you should.
Oh, it's by the Brigantine.
Yeah, it's by the Brig.
Huh.
People still go to the Brigantine?
Shit, that's an interesting.
You should check it out, man. Bring Gabby. It's a really cool spot.
Gabby used to be immune.
Yeah,
Not immune. She used to be what do you call it? Like a vampire to garlic. Fucking like
Allergic.
like Coronado. Gabby's like, I ain't going to that fucking
You guys can
place.
take me there for my birthday this year.
Okay. Yeah.
I used to hate. I like going to Coronado a little bit, but I fucking hated living there, man. I lived there for like 1.5 years. Of all the places I've lived in San Diego, like which is almost every place, I fucking hated living on Coronado.
It's all touristy.
I got more altercations in Coronado than I did in PB. Like this one chick.
Because you're an asshole.
No, dude, this one chick, some fucking old lady was yelling at me for the fucking. It was always the old people and tourists though.
Yeah. It is kind of weird. I mean, and they say, I don't know if this is still the law or the whatever, but they said there's more like flag rank officers per capita in Coronado than anywhere else in the fucking world.
It's probably why I don't fit
And you
in.
would get these like admiral wives. They buy a nice house in Coronado and then they bitch about not having quiet hour. You're like, bitch, you moved here knowing there's an airfield.
Yeah.
And they slowly got quiet hours. They got all this shit overturned to where like you can't even land a fucking plane at the airfield in North Island like after 10 o'clock. Because it's like, well, we're trying to fall asleep. And like, You moved next to a fucking airfield, you dumb
It's a
fuck.
military airfield.
It's like, what the fuck? I remember flying in from somewhere. I don't remember where the fuck it was. They're like, we got to land at Miramar. We're like, what the fuck? Why? They're like, quiet hours. You're like,
Oh, man.
like, dude, fuck it. We're not going to make it to Danny's on time. Yeah. Should we take a break?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Perfect time for a break.
All right.
Yeah.
Wipers!
Let's go. Okay, so we're going to continue the Danny's kick for a little while just because there's so much history in Danny's, and this is the first time we actually got to talk about it from both sides of the bar.
Yeah.
So how long have you been working there, and how did you get the job?
I only worked there for about a year. It's the only thing I can take. My God, a year was enough. But I
You
still
still
go.
work there?
That's debatable.
Sort of.
That's debatable.
That's funny.
Depends what mood Maysu is in that week, whether she's going to put me on the schedule. But I hang out with the big events, C4. Mo and I hang out there occasionally. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I started working there last year, and growing up in San Diego, everyone knows Danny's. You know, like everyone's like it's a legend. You know, so I've heard about Danny's, but I just never went there. I stay away from military guys. I'm like, military guys are bad, whatever. But so I ended up dating a team guy. He's like, what do you want to do? It's up the island. I'm like, I'm going to check out Danny's. I got to hear about this place. So he took me into Danny's, and I met Mei Su, who's a character, if anybody knows her.
Oh, yeah.
She is larger than life, little 5-foot hell on wheels. But yeah, she was like, you work? You want job? You work here. You're a pretty girl. You work here. And
So you have that Mama-san vibe to her.
yeah, definitely a
100%.
mama-san. Yeah. And so the guy I was with, he was like, not a freaking chance are you working here. And I was like, yeah, you're not going to tell me what to do, you know?
Hold my drink, bitch.
Oh, I
And-
remember that conversation, having that conversation with the guy at the time. Yeah.
Yeah, because we talked about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, and he was going on deployment too. And he was like, you're not working there, especially when I'm on deployment. And I'm like, why? I don't understand why. And now I get it. But he's like, no, you know, basically, you know,
Yeah.
a bartender there, the team owns you basically, you know, not in the sense of they own you, but
Right.
like you're there
Yeah.
to have, so they have a good time.
Yeah, he's a great dude, yeah.
Yeah, he's nice. But yeah, so anyways, he went on deployment and we stopped talking, and I was like, I'm going to show him. When he comes back from deployment, I'm going to be behind the bar and be like, oh yeah, you know. So yeah, I was like, Macy, I really want to work here. So that's how I got hired at Danny's. Yeah, and yeah, I actually never talked to that guy again.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
bummer.
it. You probably heard through the grapevine.
Well, you know, that's what it is.
It is what it is, yeah. But
Sure.
that was an interesting thing. Yeah, we had many conversations about that.
Yeah, I remember that. So the legend of Danny's being haunted. We talked a little bit about this on the break. Plug in, shout out to our Patreon. We film all the behind the scenes stuff, and we have cigar stuff. Anyway, I don't want to get into it, but
Yeah.
if you want extra shit, go to our Patreon.
Extra content. We talk about more shit over the fucking course of a break than
Yeah,
you'll get some context for some of this stuff.
a lot of
but,
context.
yeah.
So story goes that Danny's is haunted.
Yes, absolutely true.
Yeah. What was your first inkling? Did they tell you that when they first started? When you first started?
When you go in there, it definitely has this feeling of like being watched. And there's faces all over the
Yeah,
wall and stuff
yeah.
like that. And it's definitely a vibe. And I would hear stories. And when I very first started working there, it was when I first started noticing it. So during the week, it's sometimes slow and stuff. So I'd be there like on a Wednesday night, 11 p.m., dark, nobody in there.
You're like there by yourself.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't want the music blasting, and so I'll just sit there and read or whatever until people would come in. And I'd be standing there, and behind me, someone would come up and poke me. And I'd literally be like, like that, and turn around, like thinking like, you know, Jill is there or somebody's there coming behind the bar and poking me. Yeah, it's freaky, 100% freaky. There was another time when I went to lock up by myself. And I looked upstairs in the window because it overlooks where we park, and there was somebody in the window. I was like, "Oh, son of a bitch!" One of the guys was
Oh, you're
passed
out
out
back.
Yeah, out back. Yeah, so we lock up the door in the back, and I looked up, and there's a VIP section for the team
Table?
guys to play
For the
pool
pool
table.
tables,
Yeah. So I was like, "Oh man, someone's upstairs." I locked him in here, so I had to go inside and went back up there. Nobody's in there.
That is creepy as fuck.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, oh my God, get me out of this place. It's sometimes it gives me chills, like think about it.
Was it like kind of bad vibe or a medium vibe, or was it like kind of fun? Like
No,
what
like
was
I
the
never got like bad, it's haunted, they want to do mean things. It's just a presence there. It's just like there's something there.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like a team guy, like one of the guys on the wall, or is it like?
I don't know.
I don't think he would have goosed her. He would have been like,
From behind us. Yeah, definitely. It was definitely like in the ribs. It's happened a couple times where it's made me jump. I've even had people sitting in the dining area behind me, and it's happened. And I turned around thinking it was one of them. And I screamed like an idiot. They're like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "Oh my God, that was weird."
who you calling psycho?
Yeah, talking to myself. Yeah, and I think the most notorious one is the Phantom Caller.
Yeah, that's a whole different angle. So
Yeah.
the context for the viewers here, we've talked about this a few times with the refrigerator box story with your cousin on.
Hey, naughty.
Yeah. So this has been going on for, I mean, I went through in 97, and it was, the instructors were talking about the Phantoms back then. So, and you came in 92. So this has been going on for,
Yeah.
and the students now still talk about it. So this has been going on for like generations, but nobody knows who the Phantoms are. But they'll call these people have. It's probably more than one person. Otherwise, they're like 60 years old at this point. But they have like the numbers to salty crab. They have the numbers to. I mean, weird
The
like
quarterdeck at 618.
yeah, weird number that you like. We don't even have the fucking numbers to this. Like the janitor's closet and something. Like, how the fuck do you get the number to this weird ass place? They have more numbers than
When we worked at SQT together, they call our offices there too. So,
Yeah.
They have a huge role.
Like, hey, Mo, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck?
So these girls will call, well, mostly girls, and they'll be like, hey, naughty, what are you doing? What are you wearing? And they're just kind of will bait you into this kind of conversation. And there's been plenty of stories where like a student's on watch and they'll call like, hey, naughty, and then the instructor will come over and like take the phone, like go in the door, shut the door.
What are you doing?
Yeah, and then some people will go, and there's also stories of people who will go and meet the Phantom, but it's always this like veiled thing where it's like some glory hole situation and like a
Fucking
refrigerator
weird,
box.
dude.
Yeah, it's kind of odd.
Behind the curtain, there's somebody who looks like Kevin.
Yeah.
Hey, naughty.
Just overlook the beard.
That was a little scratchy.
Yeah.
So there's theories on who the Phantom is, and sometimes it ties back to Danny's. The story that I got, and I think there should be like some mystery and lore to keep with the story, but the story that I got from somebody, I forgot what it was, but the closest I got to figuring out one time was somebody told me that there's a group of 4 to 5 chicks, and I think one of them is actually a guy, 4 to 5 people, and every year they elect a leader. And some of them work at Danny's. And I told one of the Danny's bartenders this is probably like 4 years ago. I was talking to her and I was telling her this, and she's just looked at me. She's like, "How the fuck do you know that?" I'm like, "Oh, I thought it was bullshit." But by reaction, maybe that's
She's
fucking
involved.
true. Yeah. It was kind of weird. So, like working there, do you have any info on that without revealing too much?
I'm not going to reveal any of that, but we do have a Phantom Caller that has been calling for years, and she'll call up and say, "Hi, are there any team guys there?" And at first, no one warned me about this at first, and I'm like, "This lady calls every shift. Is there any team guys there? What team guys there?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm not allowed to tell you that. You know, you just got to come in. I don't know, have a drink, whatever." Every shift, she calls.
Oh, that's fucking
Tell me if there's team guys there. And I'm like, "Ma'am, I can't tell you that." But then it started to escalate into, you know, just weird stuff. Just weird calling up, hanging up, asking who's there. Is my husband there? Hey, I'm looking for my boyfriend. Can you tell me if he's there? But it's always the same chick. And it's always like, is there team guys there? Always. So, I mean, there's always the frog hogs that come in there as well. But it's definitely like an older lady that calls. But that's one of our Phantom callers that calls there. But I know nothing about the other stuff.
Dude, I think it would be really cool to do some type of going back to the hauntedness of it, because I don't even know the history of like that building. That building's got to be built in.
Well,
fucking...
what I heard was 1929. It was a brothel, and then it went through Prohibition, and it turned into it was a bar after the brothel, and then it got turned into a speakeasy during Prohibition, and then went back to the bar. And then a guy named Danny bought it years ago and turned it into Danny's. And then the owner, Jeff, who owned it, I think for the last 27 years or something like that, rest in peace, Jeff, just passed away last year. So now May Sue owns it and runs it. So the history is...
Dude, that is so crazy.
Yeah, so it's been a bar for a really long time.
Yeah, I mean, I remember as early as I was going in there, like I would... because there was another manager named Sue before Jeff and May Sue, not before Jeff owned it, but before May Sue was in the picture. And I don't know exactly when that started, but there was another manager there named Sue who always was in the upstairs to the right, her office up there, and you know, she confirmed, she's like, yeah, there's apparitions that she had seen, and even, you know, bartenders like Janet, Lisa, I mean, a handful of female bartenders that have been like, it's the scary but weird shit at the same time. They'll be either pouring drinks or even most of the time there by themselves doing something, washing dishes, and get this weird feeling that they're being watched, and look up to the second floor where the pool tables are, and there's a dude just standing there, and they're like, holy fucking shit, and then it is gone.
Yep, there's a mirror up there so we can see what's the shenanigans are happening up in the pool room, and you'll see people walk through the mirror, and it's bizarre, and there's no one up there.
Ooh, gives me chills, bro.
Yeah,
It's definitely a
fucking
feeling.
goosebumps thinking about that shit. But even when they first started putting cameras and shit up there, they would say, they're like, well, dude, let's go back and look at it on the cameras. And miraculously, there would be a camera that would just have a glitch.
Static out.
shit.
Yeah, and you're like, what the fuck?
Wow.
So is it, what do you call it? Electromagnetic,
Not EMP.
Disruption.
not EMP,
Yeah.
but yeah, just static, or I don't know. I
That's
think it'd be
weird.
cool to you know, have
Have a beer with them.
some paranormal or whatever the fuck they do.
Yeah.
Like they do those ghost adventure things.
You know what? They
That-
came
send
in
a
on a
team in
Sunday.
there.
There was a tour guy that came in. She's like, "Can you tell me about the history of it?" I'm like, "I know a little bit of it, you know," but I told her a little
Sure.
bit. Like, we're going to put this on the tour,
Buy
and
a
I'm like,
drink.
"There's no way they're going to let you come in here and do a tour and bring
Yeah.
people in there. It's weird, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this is their place to hang out, to be themselves and to have fun. They're not going to let some tour guide on TLC like filming in here. There's no way.
Especially with all
Yeah.
the pictures and shit on the wall.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
just it's disrespectful. Yeah. So and that nothing ever came of that, but still, she was like, "Can I take pictures?" I was like, "Absolutely not. No video here. No video here." There's a sign everywhere on there.
It's probably smart. It's probably saved a lot of careers. That sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's craziness.
That's wild shit. Okay, we've got a ton of other stories to get into here. I guess we could.
Tell us some Charlie Sheen shit.
Yeah.
Guys, want to hear the Charlie Sheen
Absolutely.
story? All right. So this is back in his 2.5 Men days, like the highlight of his career or whatever, when he's making like $1 million
Was
to
it
$2
like
million.
the
$1 million an
mid
episode.
like
2012.
Yeah, early 2010s. I think. Yeah, he was busy drinking Tiger's Blood and being a space wizard from Mars.
This is his Tiger's Blood era. So I was filming a live comedy show for Pauly Shore, a good friend of mine, and it was called like Oysters. Something. It was on Showtime. Something Oysters at the Palms or some stuff like that. It was during AVN weekend.
Oh, this is in Vegas.
Yeah, this is in Vegas during
Okay.
and AVN weekend. For those who don't know it, it's a big porn convention. It's like the Oscars of the porn.
It's an
awards.
adult video network.
Yeah. So,
heard of
so
it.
we've got Pauly Shore, Charlie Sheen, porn stars in the Palms Casino.
It used to be the same time as SHOT Show too, which was a fucking extra shit show.
With SHOT Show?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's the tactical convention of the
Oh.
year.
Yeah. It's usually like the third week of January.
Oh, funny it lines up with AVN.
Exactly.
That's crazy
Yeah.
weird.
Not by design.
No.
Yeah. Well, and going back to Pauly Shore, to people, the viewers don't know, his mom, Mitzi,
Started the comedy
started
store.
the comedy store in Hollywood and on Sunset Strip, and then there's one in La Jolla that they're. I know Peter Shore is, and probably Pauly. They still
Run it.
The
Yeah.
Shore family still owns probably all of them. There's only two that I know of.
I think they own a bunch of real
maybe
estate.
there's-
in
Do you know they
PB
own
too.
Lahaina?
I was going to say
They
there's
own
a
that whole
bunch of
block.
real estate in Lahaina,
shit.
in
I didn't
PB,
know
and I
that.
think Lahaina's is on that.
Yep, they owned all that whole
Interesting.
block, that hotel right there.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. So, but going back to the whole link in with like porn and stuff, there was a porn star, I think her name was Savannah, that was either OD'd or was killed or something back in like the 90s that Pauly Shore had some type of connection with. I just remember seeing like a documentary about this tall blonde-haired chick that was in
Yeah, lines up.
yeah, and that he either dated her. I don't think they were married or anything, but he had a serious connect enough so that during the documentary, I remember him physically was like, you know, you could tell he cared about this chick and was
Yeah.
talking about her in a meaningful way. But
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up on the.
Jamie.
Yeah, hey, look it up for us. We need a Jamie. But yeah. So AVN, Vegas, Palms.
Charlie Sheen,
Charlie
Yep.
Pauly
Sheen.
Shore.
Yep. So at the time too, that I was still in my adult era, and I was working with this girl named Brie Olson, who was a big porn star at the time, which ties into Charlie Sheen. And we were filming a scene for Polly's Oyster and something, whatever, I can't remember what it was called. So we were like, hey, between filming, let's go do some shots of tequila at a bar really quick before Polly gets back, you know, so we had to like sneak out, whatever. And so we went to this random little small bar in the Palms Casino and ordered some shots of tequila. And the
Vegas is my oyster.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes, thank you. I'm like, I knew it was oyster something. But the bartender goes, the gentleman at the end of the bar wants to buy you shots if you do a shot with him. And there's no one else at this bar. And I look down the end of the bar, and it's Charlie going like this. And we're like, what the heck? Is that Charlie Sheen at this random bar and the Palms? And so Bree and I walked down there, and we did some did shots whenever. And he was like, yeah, you're filming with my friend Pauly. We're having an after-party show. We've invited everybody. Everybody from the show is coming up. I've got the penthouse. You guys are more than welcome to come to party with us.
That's awesome.
I'm like, awesome, this is so cool, you know? And so we went back and giggled about it, you know? We're like, we just met Charlie Sheen. And so afterwards, I was like, you know, I'm not really much of a partier.
Who's that?
Oh my God. My boobs like really big there.
So I looked up Vegas is my oyster. And I'll screenshot it to you. We can put it on one of our lift outs, but it's like a
That's a picture from
picture
the
from the show, but it's all the people who are known to be on there.
Yeah, I think
Andy
Tom Green. I have some pictures of the
Tom
show
Green,
too.
Dave Navarro, Amber Lancaster, Michelle Bombshell McGee, Andrea Lowell, Bobby Lee, Faison Love,
That's another one. Oh man.
Brie Olson. Yeah, and more.
And more. Yeah,
Interesting.
So Bree and I were giggling on the way back, like, oh, I'm not going to go up there. I'm not going to go up there. Yeah, me neither. Whatever. So I'm like, oh, I'm for sure going to go up. Whatever. So we go up to the hotel, and there's a security guard. You got to leave your phone in the basket or whatever. And I go in there, and he's in a freaking hot tub with porn stars.
Sounds like Charlie Sheen.
Interesting.
And I'm just like, oh, all right. So there was other stuff going on in the background that I was like, it's not really my deal. Whatever. Come hang out. And of course, Brie Olson's there.
You're like, bitch, I thought you were.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just like, she beat me up there first. She's like, I was like, man. Anyway, so I just had a drink and just hung out. Again, they were partaking in things that were not really my cup of tea. And so I was like, thank you, Charlie, so much for inviting me. I really appreciate it. He goes, leave your number with the security guy. I'll call you. Let's get breakfast. I was like, okay, sure, whatever. He's probably not even going to go to sleep, whatever. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Third breakfast of the week.
Breakfast.
yeah. So and then I think he got fired from 2.5 Men on Tuesday. That Tuesday.
Oh, that Tuesday.
Oh, it was like right down.
Oh, shit.
Holy fuck.
That was that big, huge blow up thing. So I don't think he made it home. But it's interesting because Brie Olson ended up dating him, and when it became one of his, what is he called? He had the 3 women that he were
Yeah,
dating.
what did he call them?
Oh, yeah.
The,
Angels or something? That wasn't
like
it.
that.
Harem.
Let me Google
I
it.
know, right? Amazing. We have something, a technology that can do that. I should have looked this stuff up, but I forgot. But yeah, he had tiger blood, and he gave tiger blood to all these girls, basically.
Like actual tiger's blood, or is
Tiger's blood.
well, it's better than his HIV blood.
That's what he's calling his tiger blood. Yeah. So yeah. So by the grace of God, I escaped tiger's blood. from that
man.
from that whole experience. But no, it was super fun. Like, he is wild, absolutely wild.
Yeah, I love that he's doing podcast tours now. It's pretty funny. I've seen some of his stuff.
Got to get him on here.
That'd be fun, dude.
I should reach out.
Still got his number?
He's like, oh God, not this chick.
Yeah, we just did a little, because we just got sponsored by Black Rifle Coffee, so they want us to do monthly, like this kind of like Vets React thing where we watch a movie and then kind of like commentary on it. Remember that old like Mystery Science Theater 2000 type thing?
Me and Kevin were talking about that. I'm like, do it like that. It's
Yeah, it's
funny
kind
as
of
shit.
what we did. So we did our first one on Navy SEALs with Charlie Sheen, which is a
how
perfect
funny.
fit. So I forgot how good that movie is, and we're like, we laugh about it now, but as we're dissecting this movie through this, commentary, we realized that the tactics were, I mean, it's goofy as fuck, but the tactics were actually for the era not bad.
Yeah.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, we
bad.
were looking for shit that looked fucked up, which they were sling shooting those MP5s, and some of the times they were shooting, they weren't like cheek well, they were just kind of like, but
Which was the style of the time.
he called them goddesses.
Yes.
Oh, that's right,
Yes.
yeah.
I didn't make goddess status at that point,
Yeah.
which was a godsend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to the whole Navy SEALs thing, like there was a, I mean, I know the guy who wrote the book was a team guy, Chuck Farr.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was actually a consultant on the show in terms of like
You did a
tech advisor.
consultancy, didn't you, on a movie?
Me and
Or
Kevin,
was that
yeah.
one? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
I did 13 Hour, and we did a bunch of stuff on the last ship, and
Jack Ryan.
you did Jack Ryan. You did Jack Reacher too, right? With
Yeah, that was a short thing. That wasn't very long, but yeah, we did Jack Reacher. That was Tom Cruise.
I don't know if we ever kind of talked about how Tom Cruise was on that shoot, but
No,
like,
how was he?
Like Harry was always just kind of like he would kind of like roll his eyes, like.
Yeah, I just stayed away from
Like some dudes are very approachable, and other people on set are very like. It's just fucking weird. Like you're there to do a job, just like an actor is there to do a job. And I get how some people get a big head, and obviously Tom Cruise is a fucking star. I mean he's.
Yeah, A-list.
I mean yeah,
pretty much the star.
he is. Yeah, I mean you don't get much bigger than him unless you have like a bunch of fucking. Gold trophies in your fucking cabinet, and even then, I mean, you look at the type of actor like Tom Hanks is versus Tom Cruise. Like Tom Cruise will never be Tom Hanks, and Tom Hanks will never be Tom
Yeah,
Cruise.
very
Yeah,
different.
it's Oscar worthy versus box office numbers. you know?
Exactly. I mean, you even looking at like, Schwarzenegger numbers versus Tom Cruise numbers. Obviously, Tom Cruise has probably been doing this in terms of years longer than Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger probably started a little later than in his career, but
He's got depth too, man. And man, I gotta say, I have a lot of respect for him doing his own stunts, and the guy is capable in a way that few people are, let
Yeah.
alone other fucking actors.
yeah, no, for sure. And it is fucking crazy too, like being around like the stunt community. He's definitely respected much the same way like working on Jack Ryan with Krasinski. You have actors who shy away from stuff like that, and you have actors that go, I'll do shit to a certain point. And not to say they're pussies, but they understand the risk versus
exactly,
reward.
yeah.
And they understand the not necessarily the meaning of a dollar, but at the same time, you get actors and actresses that go, if I'm doing all of my own shit, somebody's not eating. So
And,
yeah.
and if you get fucked up, a lot of people
Yeah,
don't.
I
eat.
mean,
Yeah, we're shutting production now. Like when he jumped off that thing and broke his fucking ankle, I mean, they physically had to shut down production for like fucking 4 or 5 weeks. And they're like, well, which you have insurance for that shit, but at the same time, now you have the entire crew. They're just like, well, what are you going to do? You're just going to take a fucking hiatus? So now there's dudes that aren't getting paid for fucking a month.
And they can't take another job.
Stallone would keep filming though.
Yeah, right.
He broke his rib
Broke it.
during Rambo.
Jackie Chan definitely
Yeah,
did,
trees.
that tree thing.
Yeah.
Well, dude, he supposedly broke his hand during the filming of Rocky, and there's a new movie coming out that's called I Play Rocky. I went and saw Odyssey over the weekend.
I actually
movie.
heard that was good.
Dude, it was really fucking good. And it
Okay.
didn't, it's a 3-hour movie, but it doesn't seem like it's 3 hours. It's a really good fucking movie.
Yeah,
and I didn't realize there was a buddy of
saw it.
mine that's actually in the movie. Jovan Adepo is in it, who was in Jack Ryan. He played Uber in season 2 of Jack Ryan.
Okay.
And then there's a bunch of dudes where you'll see him and you're like, dude, that's so and so. There's a bunch of people in the movie it was a good movie.
I don't think get too sidetracked on it, but I gotta ask, how was the woke shit on there? Was it tamped down or was it?
Yeah, there wasn't anything woke.
Really? Okay.
At all.
Wow, cool.
I mean, I will say it's fucking weird because Hollywood now has made these rules to where you have to have a certain. It's mandated if you want your movie to be any kind of Oscar-worthy.
Mandatory diversity.
Yeah, mandatory. You have to have a certain amount of
minorities
and
females.
Yeah, which it is what it is.
Yeah, whatever.
Not to say.
I'm glad to hear the movie was good, though.
Yeah, the movie was fucking awesome. And like looking at it, go, holy fuck, this is a good fucking movie. And the way it was filmed, it was all filmed in IMAX. And I've been around a handful of Transformers movies that are filmed like that, and it's a fucking nut roll because, dude, the goddamn camera is like the size of this, not the size of this room, but it's in these enclosures, and it's like two cameras filming on one with like mirrors and
refrigerator
shit.
box.
Yeah, it's like one camera's like straight on, the other one's like underneath, and it's like. It's just fucking weird. I don't even know the fucking purpose. Somebody that has way more brain cells than me can probably explain it. It's something about the number of pixels and layering and all this other fucking shit. I don't get it.
If only we had a mechanical engineer.
Yeah. We find one of those.
But it's weird because I mean, even like some of the Transformers movies, they'd film certain scenes in IMAX, and in other shit, they're just like, dude, we can't film everything in IMAX. It's just physically impossible. But apparently Christopher Nolan made this shit. He goes, I want to film this shit 100%. And,
That's got to be what they use for like the Sphere in Vegas and shit, right? Something like that?
Nah, I don't know, honestly. I mean, who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
I mean, the Sphere is fucking nuts, dude.
I'm glad it worked out, man.
Yeah, but
What was the sidetrack before?
no. So we were talking about Tom Cruise and the value of having stunt people and stuff like that. To where, like we said, when he broke his ankle, they had to shut down filming and stuff like that. But I also know that there's actors that specifically will go, dude, I'll go up to this, like throwing John Krasinski out of a fucking helicopter. That's one thing, but then. He's not going to do some fucking ratchet where he's getting fucking yanked through a fucking brick wall. And, I mean, he was actually in season 2 of Jack Ryan. Like we did a scene and it was a popper where it pops up the front of the fucking vehicle. And he actually kind of, not to say he got fucked up, but it rattled him enough to where some of the coordinator, they were like, hey, I think the coordinators wound up getting like a fucking stern talking to, like, hey man, you said this was like a kind of a nothing stunt, and that
for
goes,
them it is.
Yeah, and that goes back to some of the coordinators were like, hey man, you gotta break this down to the lowest common denominator to where like if you have an actor who's not used to, or even if they are used to doing certain shit, you're gonna go, hey man, there's always a possibility you're gonna get your fucking bell rung from whatever, and I think the scene was they had a camera mounted on the hood, and it was like the channelized area. They're getting RPGs shot at them, and basically this RPG is supposed to go under the vehicle, and it's supposed to just pop the vehicle up a little bit. And I don't know if you have special effects guys sometimes get a little overzealous with their shit. I'm like,
a little extra sauce on
that
guy here.
You're like, if a little is good, a lot must be great. And sometimes those guys don't understand the shot either. They'll be like, oh, fuck it, man. There's going to be a double in here doing this. And they don't understand. Like, no, man, it's the actor because the shot is getting their reaction. Can't put a double in there. And, but, having an actor do some of their own stunts, it kind of precludes stuntmen from not making a living, but getting a decent payday because
these bumps.
Yeah, these dudes make their money for the year off of these stunt adjustments. Like if you do some, fall or something it's fucking hazard. They're called stuntmen for a reason, and you can definitely fuck yourself up. And I mean, just that shit I did on the Tomorrow War, I fell off this fucking 30-foot thing like 4 times. And, dude, I was fucked up for a while, dude. I'm no spring chicken. I'm like walking through the airport in Atlanta, flying back to San Diego, and like one of the other stunt dude comes up to me. He's like, dude, are you okay? I'm all like, no, motherfucker, I'm not. My back is fucked.
My hip's out.
Yeah, my hip was fucked up. I was walking like fucking. I should have had one of those 4-prong walkers, like. But I got over it. But
Just drink through it.
But yeah, I don't know where we were on the whole Tom Cruise thing. We were talking about technical advising, and so back to the Pauly Shore thing.
I'm like going back into my mind. I'm
where
like,
were we?
I'm like rewinding this. How was it working with Pauly?
oh, Polly's so much fun.
Yeah.
The Weasel. I mean, I grew up with Polly at the movies in the 80s,
Yeah.
you know, and he's kind of a character in PB. He owns a condo like North PB area, too.
Oh, right
So he's
on.
always kind of, I'll run into him randomly bar hopping on Sunday Fun Day.
Oh,
and I'm
shit.
like, did Polly just walk by me on the boardwalk?
Is that the weasel?
Yeah, like, Polly's cool. He's been like a local PB San Diego legend for a while. He's fun.
Wasn't
but,
it like MTV that put him on the map?
yeah, they did the MTV Wave House. Remember that back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
I think he hosted that. I want to say he hosted
Is that
something.
Wave House still there on the boardwalk?
I think so. I haven't been there
no,
in
they
years.
closed that.
Did they really?
Did
Yeah, they used to be a cool spot. They still do. I think it's called Fit.
Yeah.
Fit Social.
Yeah, I think that's what that is.
It's a gym down there.
It used to be.
But they still have the bar and the area. The
It
drinking
used to be
area.
like
Yeah.
Cane's years
Yeah.
ago, or at least part of it.
Yeah.
Because Cane's was a big club.
It get kind of ghetto.
Hurricanes
It
and
got
the
kind
next
of ghetto
Canes.
down there lately.
Oh yeah.
It's like shootings and shit. Like it's kind of
That ain't cool no more.
Belmont
Yeah.
Park.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
shitty
exactly.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was just a shooting the other day at Mrs. B's at one of those bars down there. Some guy just off the street during the day shift walked up and shot the bartender, like randomly.
Well, shit. Was
I said vodka tonic.
the other bar down in IB that you did a stint at there?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I got murdered out there in the parking lot.
Yeah, my first shift I was working in IB, and some guy got
Shit,
shot.
what bar was that at? Can we give them a shout out?
Or should we?
I'm trying to think the name of it.
Bullpen.
Oh, the
there you
bullpen.
go.
Bullpen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that's in IB?
Yeah, it's right at the end of the Strand.
I thought
On
I
the
think
left.
there's something.
Well, there's a
different.
bullpen right beside Cheetahs in
That's
Curry
what I'm
Mesa.
thinking of.
That's the one Ryan knows. Yeah.
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 By Cheetahs.
Yeah. Well, the bullpen in IB, isn't that the one
Bullpen
across? Oh, no, I'm thinking the scoreboard. The scoreboard's across from the Flat Frog, right?
Correct. Yeah, Salty Frog.
Salty Frog. Yeah.
Flat Frog. Jesus.
That's in
Close.
Thailand.
Flat Frog's in Guam too.
Is it in Guam?
Yeah.
I thought it was Thailand.
Well, both of them.
Oh, there we go. All right.
So the Flat Frog used to be a little Quonset hut between those hurricane shelters right outside our barracks in Guam. It was where it had a grill and you go out there and grill and shit, and they called it the Flat Frog because in Guam, on the roads, there's these fucking toads that get
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
run over, and there's flat frogs everywhere.
Yeah.
So they named this thing the Flat Frog.
That's pretty funny.
And then one of the Master Chiefs from the unit in Guam opened a bar in Thailand in Pattaya Beach called the Flat Frog.
That's funny. That's where I know it from.
The brown tree snake.
Well, it's so fucking weird. There's so many bars in Pattaya that've been opened by. There was the Blue Parrot, which was Kevin. God, what was his name? He was a Master Chief out in Guam. Kevin. I'll think of his name in a second. And then they had the Far East Rock. They had another
Yeah.
Far East Rock that was in Pattaya Beach.
Buddy, my platoon, after we got kicked out of Thailand, he moved back there and opened a bar out there. I'd have to ask him what it is. I don't know.
Well, then there was Jim. Was it Jim's? It was right there beside TQ2. So there was Tahitian Queen 1, Tahitian Queen 2, and then there was the Air Force dude. I thought his name was Jim. Owned his bar right there beside TQ2. And that was the big team guy hangout for the longest time. This was in like the mid to late 90s.
I hate it.
Anyways,
I hate
we
it
got
down
on
there.
too many side
Yeah.
quests here.
Yeah.
But
All right, back to
It
Michelle.
happens.
Bar culture is fun to talk
So-
about.
I know. I love it.
one of the last things about the Vegas is my oyster. Is that where you met Dave Navarro? And
I knew Dave before. Yeah, I dated Dave Navarro maybe 2009. Before that,
What band was he in again?
Allison. No, oh God. Red Hot Chili Peppers and
Yeah, he did
with,
that tattoo show too.
Oh, that's right,
Something
yeah.
Inc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a handsome dude.
What was the fuck was the name of it?
I don't know.
Something Inc.
Celebrity Inc.
no.
It was on like Spike TV,
Is that
and then
the
it
one
was.
with,
they
Was
called-
it the competition one, like
Yeah.
Ink Wars or something like that? Okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that the one with
something
Kat Von D?
No, that's a different one.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
No, that was.
Jane's
well,
Addiction.
there was Miami Inc. There was New York Inc. But then what's the
Dave
competition
Navarro
show?
was in Jane's Addiction.
Jane's Addiction.
Jane's
Yeah,
Addiction.
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
But
yeah.
then what was the what's the name of the goddamn competition? The tattoo competition show. Oh,
No one
anyways.
watched it apparently.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he did that one. Yeah, he was the host on that.
Yeah.
So how was it like dating those guys? Like, is it like a when you're dating
Ink
somebody?
Master.
Ink
That's
Master.
right, yeah.
Christ.
Yes.
Fuck.
Is it like a power struggle in the thing, or are they like pretty down to earth, or what's like the?
No, Dave was hella cool. He was rad. It's different when you get into people that are in a spotlight that live a very different life, and it's hard to explain unless you've been there. Just like it's hard to explain what it's like to be in a team if you're not
Yeah.
in that circle or whatever. But no, you just can't go anywhere without the media. Everywhere, and there's always a camera on you, so it's like you never really have any privacy. So you don't even want to go out anymore. It's like we
Yeah.
went, down to the little famous sushi place down there, and it was just cameras everywhere. And it's like,
Takes the fun out of everything. I would
yeah. So you just end up sitting at home. So it's like, it's no fun really to do anything.
How do you meet a guy like Dave Navarro if you're living in San Diego? Like, were you making treks up to LA or?
Yeah, I think we had mutual friends, and he reached out to be introduced. It's always knowing somebody through somebody. Ryan and I know each other from a mutual friend. That's how we originally met.
You and me?
Yeah,
Oh,
through
yeah.
Dr. Joe.
Dr. Joe is my financial advisor. He's one of my best friends. I think he's like 72 now. This guy's fucking awesome, dude. He was the officiant at our wedding. This guy's a fucking gangster. So the night that we met, we were going. What was that strip club that you were? Because you weren't on stage. You were working the front desk.
Yeah, Pure Platinum. Yeah.
Pure Platinum, yeah. And I think it was for sale at the time. So I was like, talking to Doc about this. Went in there, and then that's where I met you. And then Doc also does.
This one in Kearney Mesa.
Yeah, Korean Mesa.
Yeah.
Pure Platinum. Yeah.
and-
Not that I know that there's more than one.
And so Doc he's done my, I'm not doing financial stuff, but he does taxes. He did taxes for us, and now he does financial advising for us. But he also does taxes for a lot of the girls in town for the strip clubs. He's really good. Like he's like an old Jewish guy, which is a perfect guy you want to do
Yep.
taxes. And he's a gangster, dude. I think his last girlfriend was like 27 or something like that.
He's like Tim Robbins in the Shawshank Redemption. Did you
he's
have to
rad.
buy those shoes? Hell yeah, I did.
Well, that's a cash heavy business, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you
but
guys-
he's known in the industry as being the strip club.
Very frugal.
Yeah, he's great. So that's how Ryan and I know each other from
No, he's
mutual
awesome.
friends. So that's how you just kind of meet people. Somebody has an agent. Somebody has a guy. Hey, I heard you represent, Michelle. Introduce me. So, yeah. I mean, back in the day too, how I met Jesse was through MySpace. I was a model. I was trying to work my way up in like tattoo modeling. Back in the day, mind you, there was no tattoo girls. This was a very niche thing.
Yeah, Suicide Girls era.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, a little bit pre-Suicide Girls. And so Jesse had a calendar called West Coast Choppers calendar, and it was like if you were a tattoo girl and you were in that calendar, you were it. Like, and I'm like, I got to do this calendar. That's like the epitome of my career right there. So I reached out to him on MySpace to do his calendar shoot, and that's how I originally met him. So it's like you think those things don't happen, but you do meet famous people just
Yeah.
randomly. And then I've obviously met other people through doing shows and through I did horror movies. I was filming horror movies for a while, so I'd meet other actors on that. Just that whole LA scene. So, yeah.
Yeah, LA's a whole nother animal, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
fucking crazy. Like I did a few stints where I rented a place up in LA, and you're just like, man, this place is like, it's fucking weird, man.
It's a wild
It's
town,
cool.
man.
It's very cool, and it's very niche. Just like whenever I was out in New York for like a month, it's a very different vibe.
Yeah.
And when you get back to San Diego, I'm like, God damn, like this is home.
Yeah,
We were just talking about this
definitely glad to
Sunday.
be.
We were like, there's no other vibe than Pacific Beach in San Diego. Like if you go up to LA, they don't have that.
Yeah.
We talked about that a lot on Sunday, actually, how cool
Yeah.
this vibe is.
Yeah, well, I mean, like every city has its own vibe, right? And then, but LA has that vibe of LA permeates the entire city, and it's so fast paced and it's so superficial, and everybody's trying to pretend to do something. Everybody's a slasher, right? They're
Yeah.
a waiter / actor / writer / all this shit. And everybody is so concerned with perception and who you know and all this shit. And it's just I find it fucking exhausting, dude. I go up there like maybe once every 5 or 6 years. I'm like, oh, maybe it's not that bad. And then I go up there. I'm like,
nope.
Yeah,
this
that's
is why
why I
go up
stay
there.
away. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Pretentious, I think, is the right word for that place.
exactly.
Well, it's always what you can do for me. Who do you
Yeah.
know? What can you do for me? And it's like,
Very sharky.
yeah, but PB, it's like open bar, so fun. Everyone's nice, Hey, want a drink? What are you
Such a great
drinking?
time there. And then, but one of the things I like about San Diego too is that every little enclave within San Diego has a very different vibe and culture. Like even North PB is very different than South PB,
Yeah.
which is in between
And Mission.
PB and La Jolla, which is different than Mission,
Yeah.
right? Which is different than Obi. And these are all only separated by like a mile and a half or 2 miles.
I think LA has that too, because you have like Long Beach is very different than LA proper.
Yeah.
And even the Valley is
True, yeah.
different. I mean, even Hollywood is different from Venice.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's a very name droppy type of town to where it's like, which you get some of that in San Diego. It's like who you know gets you into certain places.
Yeah.
But not that you need it to that extent in San Diego, because you can walk in almost any bar in San Diego and have a great time. But in LA, it's a lot of like, fuck, man, I didn't make the A list and get into.
Yeah, you got to
this
wait in
fucking
line.
bar.
What are you
Yeah.
wearing? Like, we wear flip flops and
Yeah.
board shorts to the bar. And we're
Yeah,
like,
it's
what's up?
Exclusive. You got to be on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
High
there is
class.
lines. We do have lines there at nighttime.
Yeah.
The demographic changes a lot.
Yeah.
Daytime and nighttime drinks.
That's
Which
why I'm
I-
only there during the day.
I just remember open bar from years past where if you don't get there a certain time, there is a fucking line. I just remember I would always go over to Nick's and we'd hang out the fucking the deck up there, and I would just sit and keep an eye on the line. And like, okay, dude, line's
Ready now.
short enough now. Let's go. But yeah,
Dude,
it's
my
like
favorite-
Lahaina's, man.
my
Fucking
favorite-
line out the
Lahaina's.
fucking.
Well, Lahaina's deck's just so small, dude. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We call
sure,
Lahaina
sure.
Danny's part two.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
they all migrate.
Yeah.
Yep.
My favorite bar, probably of all time, like my entire life, the favorite bar I've ever been to.
Brass rail.
Free drinks, bro. Was Typhoon Saloon.
Oh,
Back in the
geez.
day on Wednesday nights when now they're called Steel Panther. But it used to be Metal Shop and then Metal School before that.
Metal
Yes.
School, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, they were fucking
Well, dude,
epic.
Typhoon Saloon used to be Moose McGillicuddy's too.
That's right.
PB
yeah.
Moose is right next to Fred's, and Fred's had like their tequila club. Mm-hmm. You drink enough shots of tequila, you get like fucking your name played on the fucking thing. Which now I don't even think that's there. There's a Fred's in Old Town, but yeah, it's fucking weird. Man.
Yeah.
That was a cool bar.
Well, people don't realize it too. That was such a great vibe. Where we used to dress up in 80s get up like.
What do you
mesh.
mean used to?
That's true. But it was more fun when everybody else is doing it. Because the band, but if people don't know Steel Panther Band, they were voted the best 80s cover band of all
band.
They're
time.
so much fun.
Yeah.
It's like a
So
comedy
much fun.
show, and they're great. They're actually great musicians too. They used to do this thing where they would round robin their instruments, and they should all play each other's instruments. And they're fucking incredible artists, but they're also fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that was a
and
good
they
show.
They would run the crowd, and they bring chicks up. It was the best night. And then Wednesday nights were the biggest night in PB, and PB is the biggest party town in San Diego. There would be a line around the block on a Wednesday night. It was fucking epic, dude. It was.
Yeah.
I
When we
feel
were,
bad if people don't experience
When we were
that.
working at SQT, I went there with Glenn Baden.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time.
So the place is called Moonshine Beach now. What
Yeah,
used
it's
to be-
changed a lot. Yeah, now it plays like country music. It's cool. They have good bands
Yeah.
that go there.
It's country line dancing.
I think-
I did a blow up of Pacific
Yeah.
Beach. I'm like looking at all this shit because
I think Whiskey Myers played there a year ago. But I mean, they have some good bands that go there.
it is kind of weird how the vibe of PB changes, and you have the the bars there. Not that there's a quick turnaround, but it's fucking weird.
They have a life cycle.
Yeah,
It's like it's the same thing, but they just change owners and they change style. And
yeah,
it's
like
just
the
same
Daily
thing.
Planet.
Yeah, it was
Now it's the Tavern.
Mavericks. Mavericks used to be PB Bar
and Grill.
Yeah, and then what was the old Ox or whatever? That's what the fuck's it called now? It was like a restaurant for years. Whatever the fuck it's called now, Hideaway.
Oh yeah, Hideaway. That's cool.
Well, that was Fat Fish for a while. Now, dude, Hideaway is actually
That's pretty cool. It's good food.
Yeah, really good food. It's got like an Orange County kind of like living room vibe.
Yep.
It's nice.
And we got the staples: Silver Fox.
You always got Silver Fox.
Silver Fox is dope. Man.
West
That
End.
has not changed.
Silver Fox is the best.
That's not changed.
Yeah,
West End, Thrusters.
Thrusters, every time I walk in there, I feel like the music stops and I'm just like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Because
Yeah.
it is. It does.
Yeah, it's weird. That's maybe the weirdest bar I've ever been to.
Must be a straight bar.
Yeah. Well, dude, there's another '80s band too called Betamax that are local to San Diego and like L.A., Orange County.
Oh, sweet.
They were supposed to be playing because Gabby and I were in the family. We were out in.
It's like a Flock of Seagulls vibe.
They play everything '80s, man. It's they were a lot like what Steel Panther is. I think a little less personality, but they play great music. But the reason I've heard them a handful of times. One of the last times I heard them play was at Oktoberfest in like La Mesa. But before that, they were playing at what's the Tio Leo's in like Linda Vista, and this was like during COVID. And so me and like a bunch of the neighbors and our spouses, we go down there and we're listening to them play. And then honestly, everybody got COVID after that, which is fucking hilarious. Nobody like died or anything, but like my neighbor, like Greg, came down with it, and I think Gabby wound up getting it or something. But I don't think I got it at all. But it was just kind of an interesting thing. But
Is Steel Panther still around?
Sorry, it's my phone.
I think so.
I don't know. I mean, they kind of played out. They played for years.
I think they were doing some kind of thing in Vegas, some kind of residency.
Oh yeah.
Let me look them up.
They started to get so drunk that they're. Yeah, weird. I'm sorry. No, they used to get so fucked up and get sloppy. And then it started not to become fun anymore because they'd be like, fuck the song and lose all the lyrics and just not remember the song.
Like real rock stars.
And they were just, I mean, they blew up. But their
Look, it's Motley Crue tonight.
The show was so much fun. They brought me up a couple times. They're like, Michelle, show us your tits. Just wild.
I think they ended up leaving. The story I heard was that they were asking for more money, and then Typhoon didn't renew the contract for more money. And we're fine, they left, and then Typhoon ended up not going as well.
Yeah.
And then they ended up, I think they went up to LA, and then a couple years later, I think they ended up getting a residency in Vegas for a long time. I don't know if they're still there.
They used to play in Orange County all the time.
Yeah.
They got
Well, it
huge.
says they started in L.A., fronted by lead singer Michael Starr, band formed in 97.
Wow.
2000 became Metal Shop, was also known as Metal School, before adopting the name Steel Panther in 2008, known for their profane and humorous lyrics, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, because Metal School used to be a night that they used to play, right? Show up to Metal School.
Well, that was their name. And I think they had some IP issues, some trademark issues, so they had to change the name a couple times. But it was epic.
Yeah. Now Wednesdays we have goldfish races at Shore Club. It's Wednesday nights. That's the big night. Wednesday night is still a big night in PB.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh man, I haven't been out. I haven't been out at nighttime PB in a while.
7 p.m.
Yeah.
Done.
Exactly. Sunsets, so do I.
Yep.
It says they have a new bassist, 2021 to present.
Dude, the bassist was a huge part of the band.
It says December
wig.
2018.
So good.
Band announced that longtime bassist Lexi Fox would be missing from upcoming tour to go to sex rehab. Fox's stand-in was Joe Spider Lester, the band's tour manager, as well as Starr and Satchel's former bandmate from the Atomic Punks.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to do the lip puckering thing the whole
That's
time.
right.
Yeah.
He had a pocket mirror, a mirror in his pocket, and every break he just took it out and like do the duck lips. And check it was, dude, they were such characters, man. I saw him after a gig one time downtown, and I saw him out on the street, and they all have wigs except for the main lead singer. And I saw the bassist guy he's actually got pretty short hair.
He's like balding.
Almost, yeah. No, he still looked good, but he definitely looked different. It was
There's
like,
a group of team guys that are doing that now too.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
doing
really?
like the '80s fucking hair.
Oh,
band thing.
sick, dude.
I saw them at the Salty Frog. Probably. Well, it's got to be over a couple years ago now. So.
Oh, I'd love
but
to see
yeah, they were
that.
pretty good. Yeah.
oh, shit.
Well, this says the band is working on a new studio album in hopes of releasing the material in 2026.
There we go. Okay.
So
Wait, is that Electric Mud that you're talking about?
I can't remember the name.
They play in North County too. I've seen them a few times. North County.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd love to see some team guys.
well,
do music.
how all this come together was Gabby and I were in Catalina, and they have like a monthly concert series. It's free, and so there was a country band that was out there when we were out there. But on banners, they were like, "Yeah, Betamax is playing in July," which they probably already played, and then they had an ABBA tribute band that was playing in like August.
Awesome.
So I was like, "Shit, man, that might be cool to go out to." It would have been cool to go out to Catalina and hear that '80s band, but whatever.
Take the boat out there once I get my boat fixed.
Yeah,
There we
no,
go.
for sure.
Yeah,
That's got to
man.
be a haul. How many gallons it take to get out there?
I haven't done it yet. Yeah, not sure.
That's why I get a bathroom on the boat.
Jackpot.
Huh?
That's why I get a bathroom on the boat. Yeah.
Oh, you got like 2 bathrooms on the boat, right?
Nah, I just want
Is there?
Yeah.
How many you need?
bathroom one side, shower on the other.
Oh, okay. No, Mo's got a nice boat though.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't use either of them. He just goes over the side.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Hose.
unless you got to take a number 2, or vomit,
Just go in the dinghy.
hang off the back. Do we want to take a break?
Yeah. Good time for that.
All right. Wipers!
A, B, C, D.
Yeah. We're
Okay, guys.
in.
Welcome back.
Back in. 3rd segment,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. True.
Fuck.
True.
Life goes on.
So we got a lot of side quests on here. We've got a few things on the list that we talked about at the beginning of the show. We got funny Danny stories, funny strip club stories. I mean, you've been in this scene so long. I have some funny strip club stories, but I was never in it. I was like periphery, just kind of hearing some of the stuff.
Hearing the stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if you date a stripper, you've got to like know stories, because like wild stories. Like back in the day in Pacers, we used to bring up bachelors. They used to, pay to get beat on stage. So we used to take their belts off and ride them like a horse.
I had that done to me.
The Viking?
No, at fucking Pacers. So we had
it was probably me.
the rehearsal dinner. We had the rehearsal dinner, and I hadn't. My best man was fucking Tage, so of course we didn't have a bachelor party or anything because Tage was just like lazy and didn't want to fucking put any effort
organize
into it.
anything.
Yeah, which, this was 2002.
Planning's not his forte. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, we probably did enough debauchery and shit that we probably didn't need a bachelor party.
Whole-
It was
whole
like,
life's a bachelor party, yeah.
So, but we get done with our rehearsal dinner, and dude, I had like 9 groomsmen because my wife had 9 bridesmaids. So we had all these groomsmen, and a bunch of them were in town from out of town and stuff.
9
and,
bridesmaids?
yeah, dude, it was ridiculous.
Well, she's
And,
Latina. So.
Yeah.
She's Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, we go to Pacers, and sure as shit. And dude, it was at the time where I had that belt buckle said "Drink, Fight,
Fight,
Fuck,"
fuck.
and
I
it was
had
like a studded fucking belt.
I had the same belt buckle.
Yeah. So I had this.
Fucking, what do you call it? Brass
Yeah,
knuckle
brass
ones?
knuckle
Yeah,
on. So I had the studded belt too, and sure as shit, they bring me up on stage, and dude,
Oh, man.
fucking pull my belt off with these fucking giant metal thing. They're like,
Like,
wham! I'm like,
Because we do, because
motherfucker.
the guys would come up and say, "I'll give you another $100 if you make them bleed."
Oh, fuck.
And this is
Some good friends
This is
right
years
there.
ago. Now they said it's illegal because they got sued. Pacers got sued. A girl who used to spray breast milk in guys' mouth off stage, so she ended up suing. That's so gross.
How the fuck did he sue?
That's a weird
He's like,
thing to sue
no,
for.
no. I don't know. So so now we're not allowed. Yeah. So we used to beat I mean, like full on, like whack, whack, bloody butts. And we had one time we were doing a bachelor party up on stage, and the bride came in and was like fighting everybody, dragging her husband off the stage.
Was she Latina?
I don't remember. Oh my God. Yeah, but yeah. So they stopped doing that, I think, because they got sued a couple times. So.
I just remember I got hit like twice. Like, okay, I'm done. Give me my fucking belt.
And your friends are like, pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they know me.
Yeah, anymore you have to explain it to Gabby.
Yeah.
Why do you have those marks?
Well, it's fucking weird too, because I don't know. I never frequented a lot of strip clubs just because typically I just wanted to go drink somewhere. And dude, the fucking drinks are expensive.
Yeah.
I actually like drinking at strip clubs because I've been in a lot of bar fights. I've been kicked out of every bar in PB at some point, except for one, except for the dog in PB. It's probably because I never went there. But I've never been in a fight at a strip club. So I love going there because everybody's so concerned with the girls that you can just hang out with your boys and hang out and you do whatever you want. And then everybody's super nice and they're all good looking and they got their tits out. I'm like, this is fucking great.
Yeah, there's definitely some good eye candy, and like who doesn't like to see tits? You
Boobs
know, and,
make the world a better place.
yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan.
Not to mention the cheeseburgers there are great.
They did. What was it? Fridays. They used to
Yeah,
have
it was
like
like
Lunchtime
Fridays
was
at-
so
at
good.
barbecue.
Their steaks are good too. You know, you can smoke cigars out in the back of Pacers
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I just always found it, weird because we'd have platoon events at Pacers, and we'd have a whole troop there, and you're sitting there, like a typical Danny's day, but like you just want to have some beers and have some shots and hang out with your boy, and then
Shoot the shit.
and then and not to discount what the ladies are doing. They're doing their job, and they got to fucking eat too, and they're up there, exposing their bodies for the world to see, and of course then they come by like, did you see my dance? And you're like, I mean, you don't want to be a fucking asshole. Go,
You are the asshole if you don't tip.
You're like,
You
sorry,
are.
and you have to give them $1,
Yeah.
essentially.
Well-
But you don't want to be the guy that's like, no, I didn't see it. Honestly, like fucking run along. And you're like, oh, this guy's a fucking prick.
Well,
you
no,
know?
dude, it's great because we used to go there and do this, but the girls hate it when you ignore them, right? So we would go there and hang out with the boys, and
Well, yeah, and you're an asshole.
no, we didn't.
I'm
But
just
the
kidding.
great thing is that so they're up there for I think they're short songs. There's about a minute and a half, so 3 minutes for 2 songs, right? And so it basically costs you $1 per chick every time. So you've got 12 chicks per hour. So it costs you $12 an hour to hang out
For
in this
entertainment.
great environment and see free boobs. So I mean, this is fucking phenomenal. I'll pay $12 an hour to have that anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked out.
That's
Of course, the rates have gone up
of course,
these days.
Yeah.
of course,
Inflation.
Of course, Ryan breaks it down into economics. You're like,
It's actually cheaper to go there. Well, if you count the lack of bar fights too, you're actually saving money.
Right.
That's perfect. Yeah.
yeah, medical bills you cut down.
But they don't.
$12
They don't
per
do
hour
that
times-
anymore. So they used to, and I didn't know this at the time, but I don't know if this changed in San Diego law, but it used to be that the girls would do their show and then they'd
Walk
come
around.
Yeah.
walk around and collect a buck.
They don't do that anymore.
They don't collect dollars anymore.
Why not?
I don't know why. Maybe
Take
it's
Venmo.
Yeah, we do
Swipe
actually.
your shit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an ordinance or whatever.
Yeah, no, Pacers is that weird club where they do. Every single time they collect $1. I've worked at other clubs that's unheard of.
Yeah.
Like if you're not sitting at the stage and you're not tipping, you don't walk around.
Yeah.
Pacers is like that club that does that.
So
I don't
they-
know. I
they
haven't been there in a
They
while.
stopped doing it years ago, but that place has been through some weird changes. They had this one point where they had these like hamster, the hamster tubes where like the hamsters just run up. So they had the left and the right stage
They have
and the bar in
hamsters
the middle. Yeah, naked hamsters.
Richard Gere frequent that place?
No, but they're like, so the girls would climb up on the pole and then scamper through the fucking hamster hallway, the circular like clear.
Like the funhouse at McDonald's?
Yeah.
Pleasure
Yeah.
tube.
No, they had that, and it was clear. So they'd crawl over to the other stage and then come down. It was a weird fucking thing for a while.
That was at Pacers.
Yeah, they took it. It only lasted a couple years, but it was a weird.
Yeah,
fucking
because
thing.
probably someone dookied in there or some puke or something in there that was disgusting.
Yeah,
and no
I'm
one
sure there
cleans
was-
it,
Well,
yeah.
then it became the Hustler Club for a while, too, didn't it? Larry Flint's Hustler
Yeah.
That's
Club.
Yeah.
right. It was Hustler for a long time.
Yeah.
yeah, but
And then
it
it
didn't
changed
really
back to
change.
Pacers.
Yeah, it didn't really change.
Or was
though.
it Deja Vu and then Pacers?
No, it's
or-
never Deja Vu.
Yeah.
No,
Deja
that's a
Vu
dumb-
was the
that's-
other one.
Yeah. There's so
Yeah.
many strip clubs that are dying out now. A lot of them are closing. OnlyFans, I think, killed the industry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you can make the same money or more money staying at home, and not having pervs fucking try to touch you and shit. Like, why would you not?
Well, I mean, and honestly, that area, the only reason that area was what it was is because you had MCRD and you had NTC, Naval Training Center. So you had both military bases down there or training centers down there. And like, I don't know how many Marines are actually getting furloughed when they're in boot camp, but you had the RTC attached to NTC. So in boot camp, those guys aren't going out in town and drinking and going to titty clubs. But once you're in A school, you'd see dudes down there in their whites and shit, like frequenting bars and drinking and beating the fuck out of one another. But yeah, that was fuck, man. It's kind of cool because there's so much history down there, but now it's all kind of gone.
Yeah, it's not the same. Not the same
and
anymore.
even the same thing too. Like I remember first moved to San Diego, and you go downtown, like downtown San Diego, like by like Horton Plaza and all that fucking shit. There was like tattoo shops and fucking peep shows and just some
Kind of seedy,
debaucherous fucking shit. And you're like, holy fuck, like this is fucking crazy,
Yeah, even outside of like 32nd Street,
Yeah.
adult shops.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah. Little I don't even know what the fuck they're called. Glory holes or whatever. There's fucking shops where you go in there and fucking watch porn and I don't know.
Yeah, they still have the book show.
Rough up the suspect while
What is
you're
it,
in
the
there.
video
I don't
store
know.
over here in Convoy that has the ones that lift up and you put $1 in, it lifts up.
Oh,
and there's a girl in it,
Yeah.
and the seats are all sticky.
Did you guys ever hear about
Why are they
fads?
sticky?
Oh, Thads.
Thads?
I've heard about it.
I've heard about it. I've never been there.
Me neither.
A good friend of mine that was in a couple platoons with used to go there all the time.
Dude, yeah.
And he loved it.
There were team guys in my Buds class that used to go there.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's fucking awesome. I was like,
Yeah, so for the audience, it's like a swingers
It's like a
club.
swingers club or
Yeah,
some
and
shit,
like,
right?
Dungeon.
yeah, and like you have to like be naked in there. I never went, so I don't know the details. I think another team guy, I won't say his name, but he used to bounce there.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. There was 2 or 3 team guys that I went to Buds with that would go there, and like the first time they went there, they got turned away at the door, and then I don't know, maybe it was the door guy that told them like, hey, you have to like, I guess, be screened if you're single.
Yeah, you have to be a member, I think, and
Some
then
shit like
you have to
that.
bring a girl, I think. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Those
It was-
dudes, they would go there like every weekend. Well, they said they would go there every weekend. I'm sure that, I don't know the validity of some of that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fucking weird to go to a bar like that, and basically they're just like, yeah, man, we're like hooking up with like couples, and
It's
I was
actually,
like,
I've heard, it's like an actual house. It's like,
Yeah.
it's in a residential neighborhood. Like,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's an actual house.
I don't know what
Everybody
the
just
zoning
shows
is
up.
like for that, but yeah.
Yeah, no shit,
Zoning?
Right? Yeah,
Yeah, there's
I'm
shit.
sure as long as they're paying their business tax, San
Yeah.
Diego's like,
whatever.
Yeah, I remember. I'm gonna leave names out of this. You guys definitely know this guy, but I'll leave names out. But his nickname was Dirty before
for dirty.
Dirty, yeah. And he had this. It was somebody else's bachelor party. We went up to him, and we invite these 2 strippers over, and they do their little, 2-girl stripper thing, and then so they bring out these shots, right? And then they do this thing where they put the shots in themselves and then pull them out and do the shots or whatever. It's kind of fun. So this other Dirty, not Corbett, this girl's like doing this weird thing. She's on her back and like reverse scorpion pose or whatever it is. So like her butt is up in the air, her feet are like way over, her feet are over by her head, right? So she's in this like reverse tripod looking thing. So her butt is like pointing straight up like a golf hole, right? And so she puts the fucking
Brian, that's called the
testing-
Eiffel Tower. No, I'm just kidding.
That's different. So she puts the little shot glass of a shot in her. It's a test tube looking thing. So she puts it in her butt, and Dirty goes over there and of course like fucking shoots a thing. He pulls out her butt, shoots a thing, and then he goes reverses and goes. I'm like, bro, no.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So we started. I mean, that cemented his name, Dirty.
Yeah.
I like that. And then Dirty Dan overtook that.
How do you top that?
Yeah, well, man,
there's
that
a lot
dude,
of- a lot
that
of
dude,
different stories.
I almost feel responsible for some of the weird shit that
Yeah, he was a new guy in your platoon, wasn't
Yeah. Ooh, him and Beto.
It's all your
Man.
fault, Kev.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking funny. We were up in Alaska as a platoon. This platoon was like Tage, Tony Afrati. It was a good platoon. It was pre-9. No, yeah. Was it pre-9/11?
No, it was
Yeah.
post.
No, it was pre-9/11. It was just like
with Beto in there?
no.
Oh,
I'm talking
okay.
about this platoon. It was ARC Bravo we did in Okinawa, but we were up in Alaska doing Kodiak cold weather shit, and there was a bachelorette party because we were at the Mecca.
The Mecca,
And
dude.
this
Get
was-
mechanized. At
Well,
the Mecca,
the Mecca was off limits for a number of years because it was a bar where typically the platoons would go in there and we'd always get in fights with all the fucking fishermen and
Yeah.
like, who's stealing all our women? And we're like, dude, we're just here drinking, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
you can have them.
yeah, all of it. But this one girl comes over to a bunch of our new guys and was like, "Hey, we're doing this. We're having a bachelorette party. Like, would any of you guys want to dance and strip for this?" And it was us and our sister platoon, and like Andy Coviello was in that platoon, and there's a whole bunch of dudes, but basically wound up being a whole bunch of team guys went over to this person's house, this girl's house, or I think it was a house.
I think it was a girl.
Yeah. And they wound up doing like a strip show. And I remember like they got done and they were just like, oh my God, dude. Like they were like, yeah, they paid us, but it was like not worth it. They're like,
They like in the shower, the crying game.
Yeah.
playing
yeah, they and I don't think any of them stripped down to like bare assed.
Pussies.
Yeah.
Pussies.
It's not like they could go out to Kodiak and go shopping for like sexy fucking male stripping clothes or some pants that detach when
pants,
you know. So I don't even know what the fuck they were
Stripped
wearing.
out of
but-
their shit-stained underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like
Yeah.
the next day they were talking about it and they were just like, yeah, they were like, buying us booze or not buying us, but like handing out booze, and they were just like, yeah, it wasn't not worth it. Like they were like, there were some big girls there.
Let me say,
They're
the
like, "Hey,
experience
good on
between
you."
a guy dancing and a girl dancing is very different. I get weird stuff from dudes. Guys probably just get groped,
Yeah.
Balls in the face is not the same as boobs in the face. It's a very different experience. But we get some weirdos that come to the club.
I heard about this one dude that my ex was telling me about. Who used to come into the club? Well, two different weird guys. Maybe it's the same weird guy.
Like into the strip club.
Yeah, in the strip club, and he would pay girls to poop in Tupperware for him.
Yes, the shit eater. The shit eater.
Yeah.
Yes. That is absolutely true.
Super
He would sit next to you at the bar, pacers, and ask you what you ate. And you'd say, because he didn't like vegetarians, so you'd say, steak and potatoes, and he'd slide over a brown paper bag, and we knew what that meant. It was $500, and so we would take it in the back, and the DJ would shit in it.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah, and we split the money,
him
and it's like,
$20.
because I can't poop on cue,
I can't shit on demand.
Yeah, and the
Sorry.
DJ every single time, like, give it to me, and he'd poop on it. We'd slide it back, and $500.
From the Germans, Tommy.
Yeah, like he went in there for years.
It's the runs.
Yeah, like how does this guy not
It's like
get
soup,
sick?
dude.
Sorry, I had ramen earlier.
Yeah, like I don't know what my DJ would eat, but he would like on cue, like got it,
Damn,
done.
That's a skill.
Yeah, and there's another one that would have me kick him in the balls hard, like I call him the soccer kick guy. So I would full on in my heels, pull back and kick him repeatedly in the crotch.
Dude,
and
I've never understood that shit.
I
The
just-
same thing with like people
Weird.
get like, I mean, there's
Just masochists.
get whipped and like they get off on that shit.
Yeah, we had one guy had a heart attack. He paid 3 of us girls to go in VIP with him. He ended up having a heart attack in there.
Did he die?
No, I don't think so. We never got questioned for it.
Did you have to wheel him out of the strip club on a
Yeah.
stretcher? And everything?
Yeah, and he was an old
Call
guy.
911.
He was an old guy. So I don't think he was married, but
Imagine
still.
that. Call 911.
That is the way to
You're
go,
sit-
though.
Not
you're
yet,
s-
though. Not
you're
yet.
You're sitting in the strip club, like, call 911. Like, I want those 3. Like, what the fuck, dude? When they're done, come get me.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Yeah, that boosted our street credit. Like, we sent this guy to the hospital last night.
This might be. It's not overboard.
TMI.
I'll dance around it. But there was this other guy I heard about who had. I forget what his weird thing was. He would come in And for some reason, he would always talk about or show his dick because he had like, but he had before this was the thing, it was like 25 years ago, he would inject his dick with like some, I don't know, stuff. So it basically looked like a fucking like football, a weird looking thing. Did you hear about that? They mainly went in Pacers, I think.
Haven't heard about that
Or
one.
Dream Girls. It was Dream Girls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Never worked at Dream
there's
Girls.
some dude. I understand. I'm into some weird shit. I get being into weird shit, but there's certain things like poop. How the fuck do you get turned on with poop, dude? Yeah.
Or injecting your dick, making it look like a football.
Like a balloon, like a bursted balloon, water balloon.
oh, dude, are these dudes that want to get like their balls trampled by stilettos and stuff?
That's very normal. Choked out. We get asked to choke them out with your thighs.
That's got to be some weird like Freudian shit where like you didn't get enough attention from your mom or
No,
something.
psychologically, it's really
like,
interesting. I used to work for a fetish company too that I used to get a lot of weird stuff: goldfish swallowing, trampling.
Wait, you would swallow the goldfish?
Yeah.
Or you'd make them swallow the
No, they would make me swallow the goldfish. So to get $100 for every goldfish I'd swallow on camera. So she'd film it, and I'd have to dangle it, and something about that little uvula thing in the back, whatever, and you'd bounce it off of that, and they think they're the fish, and so it's like they would view themselves as a fish, and I would swallow them. I go, it's in my belly, and then I would swallow another one. And just
How'd that go?
I knew it. Yeah, and then after 10 fish, I'd go up and throw it up, and it'd be like just mush in my stomach. Trampling, wrapping them up in saran wrap. I had a guy, I would electrocute his balls.
We've done that.
Mini blast in the sheet.
Electric prodder up the anal hole.
Oh my God.
I had another one, the pedal pumper. He would suck on the exhaust of the car, and I'd push the thing with heels on. He'd buy heels for me.
How do you even come up with that?
isn't that just like dying?
Yeah, I guess.
Carbon monoxide poison.
Yeah, they would have somebody on the side to pull them. You know what I mean? Because that's scary. You can't die from that.
Well, dude,
shit.
that's like the who's the dude from NXS that
that-
autoerotic
Yeah, hung himself.
masturbation,
Asphyxiation.
asphyxiation, masturbation.
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
You know it.
Yeah, well, wasn't who's the dude from Kung Fu? Didn't he die that way
Yeah,
too?
David Carradine.
Yeah,
No
did he
shit.
die that way too?
That's what I heard.
It's a thing. It's more popular than you think.
Yes.
Oh man, I don't
Get the breakaway noose, I guess.
little fast deck on there.
We're not going to talk about the amount of team guys that asked me to peg them. I'm just going to leave that out there.
Oh no.
We can cut that later.
Pegging.
Oh God.
Team guys specifically?
Yes, it is a thing. It's a thing.
You mentioned that to me once. I was like, what?
So when we edit this, we're just gonna say Green Berets on there.
Exactly.
I've told you the stories of I've never done this before. And I'm like, oh, you cut your ass up in the air like you have.
Well, there is a guy in the teams. Well, he's not in the teams anymore. In the news, I won't say any names, but he was. He was on the West Coast and then went to the East Coast. Had a lot of controversy around him, but there was supposedly his girlfriend from the East Coast. I was at McPee's. It was like during a West Coast reunion, and she was dating another team guy or something because she was on the West Coast now. And I'm sitting at a table, and she was like, "Yeah, I used to date that guy," and I was like, "Oh shit." And she got up and went to the bathroom, and her friend was there with her, and she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "That the guy that she used to date was seriously asked to get pegged and was all into some fucked up shit." I was like, "Holy fuck!" And that explains a lot of the weirdness.
Yeah. That's
And
way
I'm
too
not
close
saying
to
a name
being
now,
gay.
but I'll tell you guys when we shut the cameras off, and you'd be like, "Yup."
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I've heard that one.
That's just way too close to being gay. Just go be gay.
Well, apparently it's all the rage now if you ask Michelle.
I know. Well, there's this. I don't know if I told you the guy's name that originally got me into it. A very, very famous musician. And he told me when we started dating years ago, he had a micro penis. And I'm like, I don't, what are we talking about small? He's like, no, it's like a micro. And I'm like, okay. But I mean, literally, it was like this. I've never seen anything like it before. Like, what do you do with it? Whatever. He's like, well, I get off through my butt. And he's like, you know, when I feel comfortable enough with you, I show you. And I was like, sign me up. This is fucking awesome. Whatever. So he goes into his dishwasher and he's got all the sizes. And he's like, which one are you going to start with? And I went with the fucking mega. I was like, that one right there.
Christ.
He's like,
no.
He's got a dishwasher
whoa.
full of fucking dildos.
A dishwasher.
He put that in with his dishes though. Like, oh god.
Can you imagine being a guest? Like, do you want a glass of water? I'll take
No.
plastic.
No.
Yeah, so anyways, he's like, we'll start with the little one. And so, yeah, that's the whole, how that all started, how to be taught by this famous musician how to peg straight men. He said, this is not for the gay guys. This is how straight men do it. I'm like,
Right. Sure it is.
I mean, what's the fucking difference?
Yeah.
the way you arch your back? I don't know.
I don't know. That always seems to me like you're gay, but you don't want to be gay. You know, like, oh, it's not gay because I'm a chick. Like, well, it's pretty gay.
I'm sure somebody could explain it to us. It's probably about
I think it's a power thing.
the connection.
Yeah, I
of
don't know.
Dude, I don't know, man.
being dominated by a chick
Correct.
versus being dominated by a man.
Dude,
Well, I've been told it's like, I don't want to make any decisions. I want you to have the power, and it turns them on to have somebody else. Like, another fetish thing is I used to, with the sheriff, used to kick the shit out of him and lock him in the closet and sit there and just eat popcorn for an hour while he was tied up in the closet. Like, he's just like, I loved it. It was great.
Wow.
Like, nothing sexual. Like, I don't know what he did in the closet, but it's a power thing.
He was a sheriff.
He was a sheriff.
I guess guys are just tired of making decisions.
It's a power thing. They want a woman to have that, and like, I'll pay you just to go away.
I've heard of that, yeah. But God, it just seems so.
That's just all cops, though. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I know a lot of really good cops
God.
that don't like to be beaten up and put in closets.
Or pegged.
Or pegged.
Or that don't eat popcorn, for that matter.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that whatever people are into, man, as long as you're with a consenting adult, like whatever you guys are into, no judgment. But the poop eating, I'm like, there's a lot of judgment.
It really
on the
bothered
fucking
you,
poop
didn't
eating,
you?
bro?
You know what's so
just
funny?
don't
I
get
ran
it.
into that guy. He has a golden retriever, and I ran into him like Target with my son. It was the oddest thing. I looked at him. He looked at me. I'm like, don't
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 acknowledge
even.
me.
Yeah, I just like walked by, and he's like, "Hi, Michelle." And my son's like, who's this? And I'm like, oh, I just know the dog. Like, God,
Hi, turd burglar.
dude. Yeah, I was like, you know what? You going to throw me under the
turd
bus? I'm like, come on.
burglar.
Do we know what we call him? That's the shit eater, son.
That's where I get my plastic bags.
Yeah.
Oh, God, dude.
Yeah, but that guy was weird sitting with his dog, like, oh.
That's the thing. You never know how weird people are. You see a bunch of weird people walking around the street every day. You never know what the fuck people are
You never
doing.
know.
You never know how fucking weird they are. Mm-hmm. Which is, I mean, dude, yeah, it's fucking crazy. Which, when you look at society as a whole, I think that's how shit used to be, and now there's a little bit of rope that now people are given a little bit of rope, and now they get enough to hang themselves, because you never had people that would walk around in fucking assless chaps and
women's underwear in
stiletto.
public,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, or cross dressers, and now they're called transgender, which not all transgender people have a weird cross dressing fetish. They just want to identify as a woman or a man, and it has nothing to do with the clothing,
Yeah,
because
there's a difference between trans and cross dressing.
Right, yeah.
yeah, and I mean, there's been
like a sexual fetish.
Yeah, there's been women who have been like, tomboys, and we know them as, which I don't know if this is probably derogatory term, is like you see like dykes who are very manly women,
Yeah.
butch, yeah,
butch type, yeah.
but they're not well, I mean, I take that back. I mean, they are dressing like men, which is, there's not really a flip side of that to where you have.
There's an area after the line that I draw on the sand is like, if you want to be addressed by the opposite gender, you've got some fucking problems. Like, if you're a dude, people are into weird shit. Like, if you're a dude and you want to dress in women's clothing on the weekend, hey, dude, whatever you want to do, totally fine. But if you want me to call you ma'am, you got some fucking problems.
Yeah, and I guess that's what I was trying to get to, is the fact that you have women who that want to be, I don't know if they want to be called men, but they identify more as men, and more than likely lesbians, and they're more butchy.
Yeah,
they're
and
more
that's totally
whatever.
fine. That's
But
totally fair.
On the other side of that are men who want to be feminine, that want to dress as women. And I don't know. Is it the same
Wasn't
level?
there a team
is
guy
it the
that was
same
like
level
that?
of?
There was a team guy that
quite a
came out
few.
that ended up having a sex change.
Well, there's been. I don't.
Well, there's that. What's his Chris Beck. Yeah. He's the most famous one. There's another guy.
Well, he went one side and then came
Then he
back.
came back, yeah.
And now he's fucking identifies as a scarecrow or some shit.
Oh.
Have you seen
heard
his?
that.
He's got some videos now that you're like, holy fucking shit!
Yeah.
Like, man, he's.
But I wonder if there's some kind of correlation when you go to war and come back and, you've seen some crazy shit and maybe that comes out in a sexual fetish type
I
way.
don't think so. I think
You don't think?
I think we've had enough people go through GWOT and like real war that maybe they're using that as a crutch and excuse.
Maybe there's something there before.
Well, the
Something there
weird shit
before.
too
Yeah.
is like, talking with, and we're totally fucking off the fucking deep end on some of this shit, but talking with Marcus and Amber through Vets, their charity, where the guys go down to Mexico and they take you've been down there, and do the Ibogaine and the what's the other one?
5-MeO DMT.
5-MeO DMT. Yeah. So you get on the Ibogaine and it takes you to a place that, I don't know, it either cleanses you or it makes you kind of realize the things that you have hangups on and shit like that. And there's been a lot of team guys that are thinking that they've had a lot of fucked up shit, war-related stuff, but the thing that always comes to the top is
Childhood
stuff,
trauma, which is like, holy fucking shit. So
that was buried underneath all of it.
yeah. And then a lot of guys, they not necessarily using war as a crutch, but I don't know that they necessarily realize it until they go and they take the Ibogaine and stuff, and it's deeper rooted in shit that may have happened when they were younger.
Yeah.
Like with DJ Shibley, like he talks about being raised, and his dad is a very well-known fucking team guy, and he talks about stuff where he felt like he was verbally and not necessarily physically abused by his dad, but he's like, dude, my dad was very, very overbearing team guy and would do shit that, would scare the fucking dog shit out of probably anybody as a kid or whatever. Like he was.
You could come up with the theory that a lot of people with childhood trauma actually end up in these fields. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you want to be in a position of power because you didn't have power before.
Yeah,
Possibly.
yeah. It's fucking weird, man. And we definitely went way, way, way fucking on a side quest on this shit.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's good though because I think everybody deals with their own childhood in a different way, right? So like, I was talking with a good friend of mine, former Marine, entrepreneur, great dude. I have a lot of respect for him. He's pretty hardcore leftist now, but that's a different.
So he is retarded. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, surprisingly, he's a really smart dude.
I have a lot of good friends that are left leaning
and he's a great dude, but
and right leaning.
Yeah, we were having cigars, just hanging out at my house one night. And we're just having drinks and chatting, whatever. And he's telling me his story about how his dad had, nothing bad that I would think, but he was never around. And I'm always looking to get approval. I'm always looking to this. And so a lot of the things that he's done and a lot of things that he's achieved were to try to get his dad's approval. I'm like, oh, okay. So he told me his story about his upbringing. I'm like, bro, that's exactly my story. Like almost word for word, exactly. I'm like, I don't have any of those fucking issues. I don't, like, my dad's a great guy, but like, I don't really give a shit. I'm never
seeking his approval.
No, not at all. He's a great dude, but like, his approval on my actions have 0% influence on anything. But it's so crazy how two people who have similar personality types can view the same experience in a completely different way.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know,
it's
man.
weird because, like, almost every show we do, we start off with, like, the same way we did. We're like, okay, raised here, did this. Every team guy is either, my parents are still together and I had a normal blue-collar upbringing of A, B, C, and D, or it's my parents are divorced and I was either raised this way and I did same shit. It's kind of weird how you can have two individuals that have the exact same path but it's still gonna certain things are gonna fracture, and you're gonna go one way versus the other. And
yeah, it's been really eye opening, man. And honestly, listening to all these stories on the shows and the guests we've had on, like, wow,
like, man, I'm glad I didn't end up like that fucker.
No, but you see the same patterns, you know, and I think I've come to realize that we're all fucked up in different ways, but we're also similar in the same ways, and we're all so much more alike than we are different in so many different capacities. Yeah. It's just kind of how we view the problem and how we overcome the problem, and the tools that we use, and the different levers and dials that we pull to, like, you know, have control over. Because everybody wants control and autonomy and agency over their life, but it's like, to what extreme do you go, and what things do you repress, and what things do you push the gas on?
Yeah.
But I think I don't know, man. I'm coming to the realization that it's been very blessed to be, like, relatively fucking normal. You hear all this other shit, I'm like, God dang, bro. Like, that sounds exhausting to be.
Break out the Ritz with some shit, you know?
Yeah. It just sounds exhausting, like, carry all this for so long. So whatever people are dealing with, and whatever tool they have to use, whether it's ayahuasca or 5-MeO or weed or whatever the fuck works for you, I hope that they find fucking peace in their own way. And if that's putting on women's clothing and fucking dance around the living room and makes you feel connected to whatever you were lost as a child, like, dude, that's awesome. And it helps you.
Yeah.
That's fucking great. We're not, when we do shit on stuff,
not literally.
No, not for free. But that's not what we're shitting on. The line that I draw, like I said, is where you're asking other people to pretend and make believe for you. Like, no, you're not addressing what needs to be resolved in your own life, and I'm not going to fucking placate your bullshit.
Yeah, it is. There's a fine. Well, I think everybody's line is blurred and is.
It's whatever you decide.
Falls in different spots, and kind of going back to what we were saying before. There used to be society as a whole, like certain things that were just kind of fucking off limits. Where it's like, in my hometown in Tennessee, we had this kid. He would show up to high school, and he would wear fucking women's clothes, and people were like, and it was kind of just like the teachers were like, just ignore him, like, just whatever. Sometimes he would get sent home because they're like, dude, you're causing a disruption. Either show up in normal shit, or I don't care if you wear a blouse because you want to look like Prince.
Just no lingerie.
But you gotta have normal fucking pants on. You can't show up in a pair of fucking panties and thigh highs or whatever the fuck. But
Mike talked about his cross-dressing in Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about your trip, your Ibogaine trip?
Actually,
pegged.
the Ibogaine. Yeah, I mean, kind of going off.
Yeah, it's really interesting, though.
No, Ibogaine actually, it kind of didn't really affect me the way it affected everybody else. Like, I kind of just got sort of left in a black box for that whole trip. But the 5-MeO DMT trip was like, holy fuck, man. Yeah, I was getting shot out of a cannon at 1 billion miles an hour. It was pretty.
Did you say you did the Ibogaine and you were literally just like, okay, I'm fucking dead?
That was 5-MeO DMT.
Oh, okay.
That was like, boom. I'm like, I just fucking killed myself. Like, somebody take care of my kids. See you later.
Like literally shot out of a fucking cannon.
Literally, like, into the fucking cosmos. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Super nuts, man.
Well, it is fucking crazy because it does affect everybody differently. And I've talked to a handful of team guys that same shit. They either they resist, and I'm not saying this is what you went through, but like a couple good friends of mine, they took the Ibogaine and they resisted so fucking hard that nothing happened, and they were just like fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. And he said, like, he's up walking around and nothing. He didn't get anything out of it, and he's fucking pissed off more than anything. And like
because you didn't let it work.
But he's like, dude, the doctor's there. They're like kind of talking him. They're like, hey man, fucking like go easy, bro. Go easy. Like, and he's kind of like ready to just start fucking throwing hands and shit. And like
he's fighting so hard mentally. He's just fight physically.
Yeah.
That was pretty much the experience I had, but I don't think I was consciously trying to fight it. I think that's just kind of my nature, is to try to resist things like that.
I could see that.
Yeah.
So the Ibogaine really didn't have the effect that I was hoping for. But the 5-MeO was unbelievable. Yeah. Crazy.
So how do you? Because we've got there's this guy that runs a Instagram page called Platoon Daddy. It's an Army page. It's got a lot of reach. Really interesting dude. So I was chatting with him. He's coming down next month to do Ibogaine down in Tijuana, and so he was saying he's gonna come on the show, which is gonna be fucking.
Is he doing it through vets?
I don't know. He didn't say. I didn't ask, but he's gonna come on the show. He's like, hey, do you think I should come on? I can either come down, a day early or stay a day late. You want to before or after? I was thinking probably the day before, just because I would imagine there's probably like a reset period for a while after.
Yeah.
Probably be weird to come on the show and share stuff like the day after.
Yeah, I would probably give him at least a week. But you should do it before and after.
That would be kind of interesting. Yeah, because we've never done that before.
Yeah, give that a shot. That would be cool.
Crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
I know a handful of dudes that have went back too, like a second time.
Yeah, I've been considering going back for quite a while now.
Yeah.
I just kind of never get around to it.
Yeah.
Since I didn't get the full benefit the first time, it's like, I'll probably go again.
Do you think you have some fucking weird childhood shit that probably affected you? I mean, you have a lot of siblings, and I mean, I would say you came from a broken home, but you talk about, and this is, I don't know how much as you want to put out there, but I know we've talked about similarities between like your parents and my parents and your dad and your mom and stuff like that. Like, do you think diving into some of that shit, you're gonna uncover something that
I wouldn't say I'm really going to uncover
trauma.
anything. Yeah, like nothing super traumatic. Like, I was not like abused outside of what I would consider disciplinary abuse.
Right,
You know
yeah,
what I
and
mean?
that's the
So,
same
like,
thing with
yeah,
me.
like
Yeah.
my parents were Irish immigrants, so it was a hard hand or a belt or
Yeah, I was the same way. Like, I got paddlings in high school,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I mean, but I consider that pretty
I
much
asked for
normal.
them.
Yeah, yeah. But no, I consider that kind of normal. You know what I mean? I just thought that was the norm. So I don't think I'm really going to uncover anything super traumatic from my upbringing. But I just think like probably just being part of such a big family and being the youngest and having all these older siblings, like, of course you get fucked with and picked on when you're the youngest and things like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I kind of consider that's kind of how
I'm the baby too.
That's how families run, for the most part. Maybe not so much these days, but like, back in the day, things were a little bit more heavy handed. So, yeah.
Well, life's hard anyway, dude. I mean, there's so many people that, so when I had some of the nice cars, I was able to meet people who came from like really nice families and grew up with what we call like privilege and never had
silver spoon.
Yeah, I mean, they're great people. They had just never really experienced what we would consider like real trials, or like real challenges. Like they never grew up poor. They were never trying to figure out, how to fucking make rent or anything. But I think the human experience is built around challenges. Like I don't think you can get through life without going through some kind of hardship. And if you don't have what we would consider like baseline actual challenges, like real challenges, the human mind will put a certain level of challenge on anything. Like I remember going to this fucking private high school in Santa Fe, New Mexico, when I grew up really poor, but my mom started to get money, so she was like, I'm gonna make up for it and put my son in fucking private high school in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Fucking hated it. Lasted a quarter and left those fucking nerds. But I remember there was these kids there. They were pissed that their parents bought them a brand new BMW, but they were pissed it was a 3 Series, not a 5 Series. And they were like legit complaining about it, thinking that's like a terrible thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, that's not a real fucking challenge, man. Like this is not a real hardship that you're going through here.
Well, I remember
but in their mind it is.
Do you remember some of those like MTV My Sweet 16 fucking series where, and I mean, granted, I think some of that shit was probably scripted.
For sure.
Scripted reality. We're like, hey, we need a hardship here. We need we need something that's going to bring the viewers and
storyline.
Well, maybe we get your daughter a fucking Toyota instead of a BMW, and she flips her lid and goes, and they're like, oh yeah, we can do that, or whatever the fucking case may be. Or
some of that's real though, man. But I think it's the lack of actual real challenges that the mind will just put. This is a fucking challenge. I didn't get what I wanted. It's everything's relative, man. But that's a human experience. It's like you're gonna have challenges in your life, and if you don't have them, you're gonna fucking make them up. This is why these leftists are like, He called me ma'am. It's the biggest deal of my life.
You see that most recent video with the guy with the fucking blue hair freaking
so
out,
funny,
dude?
Shit. So
Dude, the fucking guy's a maniac.
I love watching that stuff, dude. I love watching them get fucking
The
served
meltdowns.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. There's
I
that
love it
old
when I
one
can
from-
watch Karma.
Yeah.
Or like somebody's doing something like these takeovers where they're all spinning around the fucking thing, and then they whack somebody and they go flying. I'm like, fucking yes.
Which that shit blows my fucking mind. Like, and I saw one where cops actually rolled up and they like arrested the spectators. Like the car took off and they couldn't catch the motherfucker, so they just started arresting spectators. And they're like, "No, you were spectating." And they're like, "How the? I was just standing on the fucking sidewalk. I wasn't in the middle of the street." And I mean, I don't know if it went anywhere, if they even were able to prosecute somebody for that shit. But
At least they're doing something, man. It just bothers me when they're like, and all these protesters like blocking the freeway.
yeah, that's fucked.
And then the cops come in and protect them. Like, are you
No,
fuck
fuck
fucking
that,
serious?
dude.
Yeah.
Just run him over.
And if
Yeah.
you run them over, you're the one getting arrested.
Well, I think
No.
that is some fucked up shit to the point where, I'm not just gonna go barrel through an intersection and
No.
fucking run somebody over. But dude, if my car starts getting people start pounding on it and start rocking the car, and the fact that
Yeah, now you're kind of being
I'm like,
threatened.
well,
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
I can either get pulled out of my car, and everybody remembers the whole
Reginald Denny.
Reginald Denny thing. I mean, that dude almost died. I mean, he still got serious brain
He got
damage.
got his
and
head caved in by a baseball bat.
yeah, he got
wow.
fucked
Brick.
up.
Brick.
Fuck
Yeah.
nailed
Yeah,
him with a
somebody
brick.
cracked him in the head with a brick, and you know, I don't know, man. Our society is fucked as a whole. Like what led into this side quest was, like how society as a whole has just kept kind of pushing, further and further towards just weird shit. Whether it's wearing women's clothing or whether it's dyeing your hair fucking blue, which, in the 60s, you see some dude with fucking pink and purple fucking hair, they'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, in the 40s, if you saw an interracial couple, you would lose your goddamn mind. Like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
Well, I think there's that apex point where, gays should be able to get married and not be persecuted for being gay. That's a very reasonable fucking right.
Yeah.
And they had to fight to earn that, and they earned it. And that was probably like the peak of when it's like, okay, common sense makes sense.
Yeah.
But now we're in like this weird jumblefuck of like a bunch of random shit that makes reality doesn't even apply
Yeah.
anymore. I'm like, okay, we went too fucking far. We need to go back.
There's
Like,
definitely shit that's like, this is fucking retarded. Even to the point where you have people defending pedophiles who
Yeah.
are obviously like, that's not okay. That's
They should go to the Middle East and they're still throwing them off of buildings and shit. You know what I mean?
What's weird, with one pendulum swing this way, it's going to come back the
Yeah,
other way. So it's
yeah.
going to start normalizing
Yeah, you're gonna get
eventually.
a back.
and you're never gonna
get the backlash.
we're never gonna solve the world's fucking problems. But it is weird to kind of look back on how how much it keeps creeping, and like you're saying, and then there would be a big fucking pendulum
Swing back.
shift.
I feel like it's switching back.
Yeah.
I feel like normalcy
Yeah.
and common sense is
Well,
coming back.
It needed to come back. And
Yeah.
the funny thing is, it's small things like saying gay and retard. Like, we're not obviously calling actual homosexual people gay, and we're not calling actually mentally handicapped people retard.
Mm-hmm.
We're saying gay and retard because that's it's funny, it applies, it's a useful fucking term to apply to people who are doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
And it was also the norm when we were coming up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like when we were
It's
coming up in the 80s,
Yeah,
like that was
exactly.
just common terminology. you
And
know?
it's funny because, like, I know Rogan's got a funny bit about that shit to where he's like, dude, I'm not seeing a couple in two males holding hands in Walmart and going, "What's up, faggots?" It's like, no, I'm calling my best friend and going, "Happy birthday, faggot!"
Right.
Yeah. There's the same way I'm not gonna walk up to a child with Down syndrome and use a hard R on him and go,
Yeah.
"Hey." No, it's the same thing. I'm calling Mo, "Hey, retard, you want to come over and drink a beer?"
Yeah.
It's
And that's the
stupid
truth.
shit like
It
that.
lines up.
Or
Lines up.
somebody's doing 60 in the fast lane. Faggot retard.
Double.
Well, the funniest shit on that is South Park has a thing where
Yeah.
the kids are all sitting in front of like Congress, and they're like, well, you have a motorcycle, you have the guys on Harleys, and you're like, what do you call this guy if he's is he riding a Harley and pissing everyone off with his loud mufflers? And like, well then yes, he's gay. Like, wait a minute, what if he's a homosexual? Well, then he's a gay fag. Like, wait, what? Like, it's like, and they're looking at each other going, is this really that hard?
Yeah, it's
But-
just common sense, man. It's just common sense needs to be brought back. And if we can do that, I think, to be blunt, that would solve a lot of fucking problems.
Yeah.
Just common sense.
We even see the resurgence of it with the comedy shit. You know what I mean? Like we went and did that gig.
Yeah.
You know, and this chick's whole shtick is to kind of be using that kind of terminology and language and stuff like that because it's been taboo now for the last 15, 20 years and people are just getting fed up with
Yeah.
it. So her whole customer base or her whole audience are people who are like pushing back on the whole woke shit. So
And that's what it takes. Is the needle's been moved forward by societal peer pressure and this cancel culture. Now that's what it takes is pushing back on it and be like, I don't fucking care. You ain't canceling me. I don't give
Well,
a shit.
and she's got enough of a audience that she has to have armed fucking security at her gigs now because she's received so many fucking death threats from people going,
From the
you
peaceful
can't say
left."
gay.
Peaceful left.
You can't say,
exactly.
you can't make fun of black people about getting massive amounts of abortions. They're like, well, but they are probably more than any other demographic, you know? Yeah. Should it be joked about? Probably not. But at the same time, it's like, you know, she's not saying, hey, keep getting them. She's saying, hey, it's a sticky situation between conservatives and liberals. And,
Yeah,
you know,
but if you start saying the truth is offensive, that's a real fucking problem.
yeah, and that's
yeah.
and that's a fucked up thing, you know. I mean, she was even making. She's very well known on Instagram, and she videos her shows and puts them up on Instagram. And she
just went over like 1 million followers. I
Yeah,
think,
and
right?
she's fucking Jewish, and she makes fun of fucking Jews. And the way she spells her name, she goes, or her name's Erin Wexler, but Arynne. She goes, the way I spell my name, it's very black. She goes, I have the most black Aaron spelling of any part, you know, and just, she makes fun of herself too.
Well,
So
it also sounds
it's not
like
just
something else.
Yeah, but people go crazy. I had a lot of weird shit happen to me with the media stuff.
Oh, I bet.
Somebody threw snakes at me. Somebody threw opened up condoms and
Yeah.
I mean, just shit. You know, on stage, people throwing coins at me. You cannot trust people. And I never had security.
Yeah.
And I just had a manager that protected me a lot of times. But
Yeah.
people are nuts over nothing. Nuts. Homewrecker women, saying oh, I had the FBI called on me. Not once, but twice.
Shit.
I was in
That's it?
Yeah, twice by the FBI.
Rookie.
Investigated from the Bill Cosby thing, from the pudding pops. The Bill Cosby, when he was drugging people. Somebody said that I was bringing girls in for Bill Cosby to drug. I'm like, are you kidding me? The FBI showed up at my door. Investigating that. In the
He
second,
was just feeding us pudding
I
pops.
know, right? I had to bring in the pudding pops. And then another time, somebody said I was making death threats to Sandra Bullock because I wanted her husband, or some crazy stuff. People are nutty. That's another thing I do not miss with all that stuff.
Yeah, well, it comes back to I think people don't have real challenges in their life anymore. So
Yeah,
they just
keyboard warriors. All they do is just
they
sit
just
on it.
latch on to something.
Yeah.
I'm very upset about this, so I need to go do something about it.
Which I think saying something is perfectly natural. If you get pissed off, yeah, okay, but going aggressive and shooting people and fucking beating people with fucking, to the fact where you have a comic that has to have a fucking armed security, it's like, god damn, it's like they're fucking jokes, people.
Yeah.
Chill the fuck out.
And
it's jokes.
If you're the person who's doing this, do you ever consider that you might be the bad guy? Fuck,
Yeah,
man.
and if you work in a fucking comedy club and you can't take fucking jokes, maybe you should go work at a fucking Walmart or something to where
You don't have to hear it.
stupid shit doesn't offend you.
How about the girl that just got jail time for saying the N-word?
Yeah,
That's
that?
crazy.
Was that the one that was with her kid in
In Minnesota, the Somalian.
Did they
was
give her
still-
jail time?
Yeah, 180 days, $1,000 fine, and 180 community hours.
Well,
She got
I think
guilty.
they're going to repeal it, but still, it cost money to fight all that shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
did she? Somebody attacked her, right?
No, she was at a playground and a young black kid went into her purse and stole something out of her purse. So she dropped the N-bomb on him. And then some other
Allegedly.
Somali adult whipped out his phone and is I dare you to say it again. I dare you to say it again. So she said it again. You know, and she was
How the fuck do you get thrown in jail for free?
I think there was some sort of technicality. It wasn't.
Well, they said it was
wasn't
fighting words. They said those are fighting words, and so they got her for disorderly conduct.
Oh my God! Well, conduct has to be conduct.
Yeah.
Conduct is not saying
he
words.
asked her to say it again, so she did. But anyway,
But she actually got.
she got a shit ton of money on Give, Send, Go from people who were supporting her.
Yeah, but that's not going to help you when you're in jail.
Yeah.
I mean.
Well, they're going to appeal it again, and also the dude that was filming her.
And I'm not advocating for dropping N bombs,
I think a
but
child rape charge or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he had a filthy history too. But yeah, man, I think it was disorderly conduct is what they went after her for.
Yep.
They were going to get her one way or the other. So
Yeah, which is, man, that's a slippery
well, I
fucking
think
slope.
it's
Yeah.
Well, I watch a lot of these fucking First Amendment auditors, which is fucking hilarious. You
Oh,
have
yeah,
dudes that
I
show
watch some
up-
of those too. They're
yeah,
fucking good.
and they're very.
Those guys are so annoying.
Yeah, they're annoying as fuck. But at the same time, there's been so many out there. The fact that you still have cops that
don't know the
haven't
law.
been educated to where it goes, and I get some of it. You go into a public building. If it's a fucking public building, you're technically you can film there, but people have policies that they think are like for example, if you put a fucking sign on the wall that says, "Hey, no filming in here," and this was some
If
place
this was a public space.
yeah, if this was and like a post office, they're like, well, it's a public building, it's funded by taxpayers, you're allowed to film. You just can't go behind the fucking wall and film people's personal shit. And you still literally have cops that come in and go, we're going to trespass you. And we're like, well, you can't fucking trespass somebody from public property if they haven't committed a crime. And then they try and get you for disorderly conduct. I'm like, I'm not doing anything disorderly. Well, you're filming. That's not conduct, first of all.
And they don't understand that's the whole reason they do this is to get that reaction.
They're trying to get a
Exactly, yeah.
reaction.
If you just
yeah,
ignore them,
100%.
And also, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Like, you're a weird ass, creepy motherfucker who just go in a place and start filming people for no reason. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here,
Yeah.
weirdo. But also, that gives them exactly what they want, and then
Yeah.
they get views and they get notoriety. It's just
Clickbait.
Well,
just
especially
clickbait.
from public, too. You're standing on a public sidewalk, and you literally have people walk, especially the dispensaries are a big one. You have people coming out of dispensaries, like, saying HIPAA violations and walking right up to the camera going, hey, I don't want to be on camera. You're like, dude, you just walked right up to the fucking camera. Like, and I get it. The
You don't
dude-
have my permission to film me.
Yeah,
And it's
the
like,
dudes are literally doing it to get a rise out of people.
Yeah.
And I get, it's like, well, if you retaliate against this guy who's filming from public, you're going to go to fucking jail for either assault or battery.
right.
It's just like,
It comes back to common sense, dude. Like, just don't be an asshole. It's not that fucking hard.
well, the other thing too is like, if you just go about your day, they're not posting that on
Right.
YouTube. They're posting the confrontations.
Right.
So it's like, yep, here goes another guy. He went about his business. It's like, well,
Nobody's gonna watch
that's not
that.
controversial. Nobody's fucking watching that. The same way as if a cop showed up and goes and told everybody in the building, like, hey, what he's doing is perfectly fucking legal. Leave him alone. Ignore him. Not to mention there's fucking cameras everywhere inside
Yeah.
public.
It's like, but our policy, it's like doesn't
it's like,
doesn't
bro,
trump
it's
the
your
First Amendment.
policy.
So.
Yeah, but it's also different if somebody goes in your face like this.
Yeah,
Like, bro,
if you get
come
that's,
on.
that's
yeah.
fucked up.
Well, that
Yeah.
can actually be assault. Like if you're like assault doesn't even mean you have to touch somebody. Battery is the physical act.
when you shove that phone right up their
Yeah,
ass.
yeah. But it's fucking weird, man. Like it is a lot of give and take, and like you said, it's people a lot of nothing better to do than just go and get a rise out of people. I do like some of the shit because they're actually educating some of the law enforcement. Which,
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is
and
the
the
cops
biggest
don't even
thing
know
is
the
the
law.
goddamn policies. The law enforcement people, and I fully support. Here's my 10
Cents.
2 cents on it. When they were doing the whole defund the police, it's like, no, don't defund the police, fucking fund the police, because if they had better training, if they had better everything, then less likely to fucking either go fucking aggro right off the bat and fucking draw pistols, and then you have like the chick who fucking pulls her pistol out and is like, taser, pow, 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 pow.
Yeah.
Shoots a dude
Yeah.
with a gun. She's like, oh fuck, I pulled the wrong fucking thing. You're like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like,
Or the acorn cop.
yeah, the fucking acorn falls on the roof of his car and he fucking thinks he's shots fired, shots fired. Like,
he has a guy handcuffed in the back of his cruiser. He thought the guy somehow got to a gun and popped a shot off, so he fucking unloads on the back of the car.
Holy shit.
luckily missed completely. Didn't even fucking hit the guy one fucking time.
Wow, thank God.
But yeah, the fact that there's still police departments that haven't addressed any of this stuff to where, or maybe we're just seeing a lot of really old videos, but the fact you have a lot of these departments that go, look, here's your right and left lateral limits. If you see a guy that's filming on a fucking sidewalk, first of all, investigate. Second of all, some of these dispatchers should go, sir, has he came on your property? Is he on public property?
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing with businesses. They don't understand, like, dude, he's on a sidewalk. That's not your fucking property. Even if he's standing in front of your business, that's the public right of way.
Yeah.
You can't.
Public easement.
Yeah. It's like, dude, you can't say that's your property and then have somebody arrest them because they're filming people in your fucking business. It's like you have to make privacy.
Yeah, the dispatchers could nip it in the butt in a lot of those cases.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And the cops could de-escalate all that shit too instead of showing up and be like, hey, like ID, and like,
No.
have I committed a crime? No.
Yeah, you know exactly how that's going to go.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, and then they arrest you, and then it's an unlawful detainment, and then they fucking sue, and then the fucking money
Taxpayers.
comes from the taxpayers. You're like, how the fuck did somebody think that was a good idea?
Just front load with some policy education.
Yeah.
All right, good time for a break.
Yeah, I got to fucking piss.
All right, we're back. Wipers.
Clocking in. Okay, so we started off the episode with a whole list of stories, and I think the only one that we haven't hit yet is the celebrity boxing with Octomom.
Yeah. That's really funny.
World champion.
Yeah, I should have brought my belt in. I should have brought the
Yeah.
belt in because I've got a really cool, like, world champion, like, legit belt.
We'll get
Really?
a picture of it.
Yeah, so
that'd be awesome.
it's this old boxing promoter from Philadelphia messaged my agent or whatever. It was like, I'm doing this thing with like this media tour of everybody famous in the media in the 2000s or whatever. We're going to do boxing, but it's with the boxing with the big gloves, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So
the
it's
ones
not
that,
like
hold your whole
yeah,
arm.
they're like
Yeah.
20 pounds a piece, so they're really, really, really heavy. So I was telling the guys during the break that I was like, I got to be really good because like I'm an overachiever. Like I'm not no way getting my ass beat by these girls or whatever. So I actually trained at the boxing gym with these big gloves or whatever. So I figured out the trick of how to like fight these girls that couldn't even barely hold them up. They're like bigger than some of the girls.
What's the trick?
So like
punch 'em.
so I take my glove and I'd hold the other glove down because all you got to do is this, and you can't go around anybody because they're like
so
these
big,
huge bigs.
yeah.
So I take it and I'd hold the glove down and push it down and just reach over them and start popping them. And girls do not like to be hit in the face. You know, they're and then they would just tap out. So
Well, nobody likes to be hit in the
yeah,
face.
no, but especially with these big things. So, anyways, I fought like porn stars, Mel Gibson's mistress, Amy Fisher. Do you remember Amy Fisher?
Yeah.
The
Yeah, oh.
Lolita. She shot her.
Long Island Lolita.
Yeah, shot her husband in the face for cheating on her. And
What's
so
that guy's name?
Botafuco.
Joey Botafuco.
I
You know,
was
they
thinking
did
Randy
movies.
Bobbitt.
They did movies.
Porn?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
regular?
No, porn.
No, the guy who got his wiener cut off, I think he
Bobbitt.
got it sewed back
John
on.
Wayne Bobbitt?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
totally different stories, though. Both of them, all three of them did porn.
Okay,
Holy
okay, got
fuck.
it. All right.
Yeah. So
oh, they
yeah.
are different stories.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So
Why would you want to do porn with a big scar on your dick?
to prove that it works,
I guess.
maybe he got it
Yeah, I mean,
enlarged.
Just add a few inches on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So, anyways, the big boss was Octomom. And, like, I don't know if anybody or everybody remembers Octomom, but she had 8 babies at one time.
Yeah.
So she had, like, this huge, big stomach, and she was, like, all over the media.
Yeah, she had like a TLC show,
Yep.
right?
Did you punch her in the stomach?
No, I didn't. So she got plastic surgery, and she was, like, super fit at the time, and I was super into working out, and so that was, like, the boss. So, yeah.
That was
So
the
Yeah.
championship
Yeah.
fight.
There you
Final
go.
Karen.
Yeah,
it-
so anyways, the final Karen, yeah.
Was it like a bracket? Like you had to?
No, it was
go
just
against-
like we just went around to like bars and stuff and promoted, and it was like just a big bar brawl. We did one big thing in LA that was a big I can't remember the stadium or something like that. That was like the big
The Forum?
Yeah, something like
Kia
that.
Forum?
I don't remember that, but they had like professional boxers that were refereeing it and commentating it and stuff. I'll have to send you the link to it.
that's
and
cool.
watch it and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started getting really serious because the girls are like, we're going to take her out. You know what I mean? Like, because I was like super fit and just wiping everybody out. And yeah, Octomom.
Like, damn,
Did you get the finish, or was it a decision? Or?
No,
This chick
there
knows
is
how to
no
box.
Yeah, I was like, damn, she's bigger than me. I'm only like 100 pounds. You know, she's like 140. I'm tiny, but no, there was never really a knockout. It was just kind of like who won.
Yeah, gotcha.
You know, because
decision.
I was able to hit her in the face more, and they're like, no. She was getting you in the face, you know, and then if you hit hard enough, you hit yourself in the face. So you're like, oh, so you got to hold these things up. So I would exercise on the treadmill, holding these things up, so I wouldn't get hit in the face.
That must have been pretty funny.
Yeah. Dude, I still have that belt on my shelf. Like, fucking proud of that thing. 'Cause I worked hard for it.
Yeah.
What is, did it have a title on there? Or
Yeah, it's
an
like
image, or
women's
was it-
celebrity boxing champion.
You're gonna have to send them a picture.
Oh
of
yeah,
that
I have
so
it
can put
holding
on
it
the show.
too. I have a picture of it holding it. There you go. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep. I might have some video clips of it. Yeah, and then it turned into oil wrestling. This one time, me and this girl, I was actually scared of this girl because, like,
Are you afraid when you
she's-
get oil all over the boxing gloves?
Well, they didn't know we were going to do it, so like he was like super, like he was getting sued because he wasn't. It wasn't like what's it called?
Sanctioned?
Like sanctioned. Yeah, you're doing
Oh.
sanctioned fights, and he's like. Fucking porn chicks with boobs popping out. So, anyways, this girl, like, I was really scared of her. I'm like, this girl's gonna whip my ass, and I'm gonna lose my belt. Like, I can't have this girl whip my ass. So I kind of like went up to her. I was like, so do you just want to make out? And she was like, yeah, sure, why not? So I was like, oh fuck. So I really thought I was going to get my ass kicked. So yeah, we ended up throwing off the gloves and squirted oil on us and started like making out and rubbing
Nobody's
around.
gonna complain about that.
Yeah. So he was so mad. He's like, no, this is supposed to be serious. And I was like, mm-mm.
You both win.
Yep.
How do you split this belt in half?
Yeah. So that was my last fight, and it stopped. He was mad at me after that because I wasn't taking it serious at that point. But
Kept
no,
the belt, though.
I kept the belt. There was no way losing that belt. And she was like a nobody. She wasn't even like even cool. Like if Octomom would have lost to it, I'm like, all right. But even Octomom, like really, the Karen from TLC, like,
That's funny as fuck.
yeah.
Should bring that belt to Open Bar one day.
Oh my God, just walk around with it, just
It's
like,
so funny, dude.
yeah. And the glove. I'll bring the gloves.
Somebody's definitely getting a fight.
Oh yeah.
Buy me a drink. I'll tell you the story.
To drink out of the gloves.
Oh God, yeah, that's funny. Actually, next Sunday, round 2.
Okay. All right.
Me and Disney.
Oh God, please don't. She's so competitive.
I know. I'm actually scared. I'm like, don't want to keep my belt.
Dude, I gotta live with her.
You guys should do it. Hey, screw therapy.
Oh my God, no.
Just
she's
let it get
winning.
it all out. Yep.
I don't know if I can handle that.
I'll bring the oil.
That's awesome.
Oh Jesus.
Trying to think what else. Yeah, whatever. That celebrity boxing stuff was really strange.
I wonder if I've got any strip club stories. I mean, I do have a story about Viking strip club. So
Yeah, in Guam.
the lore from Viking strip club. So actually, I have another story about Portland, but we'll do the Viking one first.
Portland.
Portland is famous for strip clubs.
Okay.
Dude, and I'm a cultured man, so I
Yeah,
know
you
this.
are.
There's like one in every corner. Yeah, every 2 stories. Like we have tattoo shops there. They have strip clubs up
Yeah.
there, and each one has a different flavor.
Yes.
So some have men, some have like alternative girls.
Amputees.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do the Portland one first because I went there with. Do you guys know Zach Haas?
Yeah.
We're at
You talked
SKT,
about him before.
Yeah, fucking great dude. He's like 6'3", 250, looks like a fucking Viking. And so we went on this, I think this is one of the other trips we went on. But anyway, we ended up in fucking Portland because they have great strip club culture. So we're like, dude, this is awesome. So we plotted out where all the strip clubs were on the map. And we're like, we're going to get a hotel right in the middle of the strip club, Strip Club Central. And so we just went on the tour of a couple days. We went to most of the strip clubs in Portland. Some of them are really interesting. One we went to was where it was... these girls were like artists, bro.
Was this part of your like airport roulette tour?
I think it was one of the last stops before
Yeah.
we went down south to Tahoe. Yeah,
That's
that
fucking
must have been
funny.
it. But we went to one of these ones, and they all had great steaks, by the way. Like some of the best steaks I've had were this
In the strip clubs?
Yeah,
Because there's extra flavor in there.
Yeah.
It's the DJ shit.
Yeah. Those are last month's abortions.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh man.
Like, why are they so little?
But one of the first trimester. Oh God, sorry. All right.
Okay.
So we went to the strip club, and it was billed as this kind of like artisan type strip club. You know the coffee houses. And it's like, oh, you got your artisan coffee. This is like an artisan strip club. And so they have like fire dancers, and like all these girls are doing like skits and plays, but they're all topless. So I don't think it's fully nude, but they were so into their performance that you actually forgot that
Their
they
craft.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, they were legit like performers, man, and they were so good that you forgot that they were even topless.
To be or not to be.
But of course, we go in there, and it's Portland as well. So this is also like where they're the home of like you have your artisan strip club, so you have your artisan like attendees of the strip club. So these people are acting like they're attending like a fucking like
Shakespearean fucking play.
Exactly. Yeah. So I go in there and I'm trying to like not. Everybody has
Not offend somebody.
Yeah, and it's not
grow up.
It's not a normal strip club. So every 2 chairs has a table, like a small table, like this tall, that has a black sheet over it. So it's kind of not like fine dining, but it's a nice setup,
Semi-fine.
So I get us drinks, and I think Zach's in the bathroom or something. So I bring the drinks over to the table, and of course I fucking step on the because I'm not expecting the cloth. So I step on the cloth and tip the fucking whole table over in front of everybody, and the performer didn't stop. She's like, whatever, but everybody who's in the audience was totally judging me, like, oh, you uncouth brute.
Who brought the cool kid?
You strip club peasant.
It's like, you're in here with me, motherfucker. But yeah, that's
My butt plug
that.
got in the way. Sorry.
So that was kind of funny one in there. But the real one that I remember, this blew my mind. I've been to a lot of strip clubs all over the world. I've never been to one like this. So at the end of the night, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and they all shut down. I think it was 1:30. So we're just like, okay, we've had our night. We're gonna go get some burritos or something. So we're at this tiny little burrito shop, like half the size of the studio here. Tiny little thing. And we go in there, and I got to use the bathroom. So I go through this door. It doesn't say anything other than like restroom.
Shitter.
Yeah. So just got a picture of Tupperware on there. So I go through the door, and I'm like, it's a strip club. And this is the weirdest strip club I've ever been to in my life. This entire strip club, including the stage, including the bar, including the audience, was a little bit smaller than this studio, but laid out like almost like Danny's, but smaller, right?
Yeah.
So imagine Danny's, but this entire stage was the size of the bartender pit in Danny's. So not the bar itself, the bartender pit. It's like the size of 2 of these things put together. There's no DJ. There's a little boom box, like a battery-powered boom box.
Like a Bluetooth.
No, not even that. From the 90s with like the antenna on it.
Oh, shit, right on.
With a fucking CD player on top.
Oh,
and
I thought you were going to say a tape player.
And all the chicks, it had that too.
8-track.
And so the chicks would bring in their own CDs, and they'd pop it up, and they'd put in their CD, and then play it, and they're their own DJ. And I'm just like, this is fucking wild. And you look at the audience, and there's only room for like 2 chairs deep, but they're the auditorium, like high school gymnasium, like fold up chairs. That's what they have for chairs. I'm just like, this is
Where's this at?
In Portland.
Oh,
I
okay.
forget the name of it, but it's the smallest strip club I've ever been to. And so I'm like, this is fucking...
It's in like a fucking Connex box.
Yeah. It was about the size...
A 20-footer.
It was about the size of the Connex box. Like, you fit this whole thing in a Connex box. And so I'm like, this is fucking wild. So Zach has no idea this exists. So he's still in the burrito place. So I go and take a piss, and I come back out, and I'm just like, bro, you got to go check out the bathroom. I don't tell him anything more. He's like, what are you talking about, dude? I'm like, just go through those doors and let me know what you fucking see. And he comes back out all wide, and he's like... what the fuck? I'm like, I know.
It's like a speakeasy.
Dude, it was weird, man. So it turns out they have another door that goes to the outside. That's like the side door because they share a bathroom with this tiny little burrito place. But anyway, Portland's got some weird but good strip clubs.
Montreal's got some awesome strip clubs too.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I went up there when I was a kid.
Nice.
But yeah, like all the chicks up there are all like 10s. Incredible.
Nice.
We went to one, Disney, I went to one in Prague. Dude, these chicks, it was like a cathedral. It was like super nice. Because, I mean, all the buildings are like 400 fucking years old.
Yeah.
So the ceiling
Prague's
like,
a fucking cool town.
it was really cool.
Yeah.
But the ceiling's like 35 feet tall, and there's these two poles that go all the way up to the top. And the stage at the bottom, and there's like kind of cathedral seating. And then these girls are like doing acrobatic shit, like leaping from fucking pole to pole. And I'm like, you could not do this in America, bro. The insurance would be fucking insane. And then they do that thing where they like slide down and stop themselves right before they break their fucking neck
right
at the
before
bottom.
they snap their neck.
Which is impressive when you're doing like an 8-foot pole at Pacers, but
Yeah.
a 35-foot pole. Like I was genuinely.
You see, you're like,
I know. You're like blisters on your
yeah, I
thighs.
mean, I was genuinely concerned for these chicks.
You build
Like,
up calluses. Like, yeah.
I guess, but yeah, it was impressive, dude. It was impressive. And then you guys have been to Vikings.
yeah,
Back
in
to the
Guam. I mean,
Long time
I've
ago.
heard of it.
So the Guam is also famous for its strip clubs, and Viking is probably the most.
Or the G Spot.
G Spot's good also.
G Spot and Viking. Well, there was Camelot's, and then there was another one too. Camelot was the one that was closest to Toys Tavern because that's
Toys
where
Tavern, yeah.
Coviello met
Coviello.
his wife.
That's right. Yeah.
But then there's all the other ones too. There's like Club USA that are like, and they're all very touristy because pre 9/11, Guam was like the Hawaii for
Asian.
yeah. It's
yeah,
right.
for Japan. It was like the
yeah.
Japanese Hawaii. So
Yeah.
so Japanese tourists would come down to Guam, and dude, they were fucking everywhere, and they were throwing down cash. But then 9/11 happened, and they fucking put the kibosh on all that shit. And dude, it like tourism dried
Oh,
up
really?
in Guam. Yeah, I remember being there in like '02, and yeah, a lot of those places kind of shuttered their doors or cut down their days to like only like Friday, Saturday only.
Cool World was another bar out there. Not a strip club. but
Yeah, Cool World was fucking weird. That was one of those off limits bars to anybody from the unit.
Yeah, we had our turnover party with, I think it was Team 5, and we were relieving them. That was probably one of the wildest parties I've ever been to. They bus you in with the military bus.
Yeah.
And you go in there, and there was some fucking shenanigans going on.
Could just imagine.
Was Wet Willie's still there when?
Yeah, Wet Willie's.
Down
That
in
was
Tumon Bay?
Yeah, that was one of the first places I went to in my first platoon, and then they tore it all down and they put up the Outrigger Hotel right there.
Yeah, they went.
Wet Willie's
Hard
was
Rock
cool.
Cafe ended up down there. Planet Hollywood. That place just all completely
What was,
changed.
what was the other one?
There was the Onyx, which was,
Tahiti Rama.
Rama's.
Yeah, Tahiti Rama was cool.
and then there was the Onyx, which was like a nightclub
the
kind of
Onyx.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff's Pirates Cove was on the other side of the island.
Yeah, that was in
What was the name of the one where it was right on the beach, and the guys would go,
Telefofo Falls.
and you go to the bar, and then you'd walk right out, and you just go hang out in the pool. Not the pool, but the beach. Right on there.
Wait, say that again?
Well, Wet Willie's was right on the beach.
Yeah,
So
that
it
was
was-
that was in Tumon Bay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
You literally walk out Wet Willie's and go right into the ocean.
Yeah.
Maybe that was it.
And the
yeah.
fucking break. The cool thing about Tumon Bay was, dude, it was pretty shallow. All the way
Yeah.
up because there's a reef
There's no
way
waves.
out there.
It's like a lake.
Yeah, it's cool as shit. Guam's a cool place to party.
Yeah, if you got nothing to do, Guam's not a bad place to hang out.
Yeah, I
But-
spent a year there. Yeah.
The Vikings strip club had this tradition where, I mean, team guys would do it sometimes, but usually it's reserved for, tourists or guys who are coming in and don't know any better. And so they have this they have the stage, right? And then they have this huge, like, captain's wheel. Is it a wagon wheel or a ship's wheel?
Ship's Wheel.
Yeah, like
Ship's wheel.
the helm, ship's
Yeah,
helm.
but it's if I remember this right, it's like oversized. This thing's like maybe 6 feet tall.
This is a big ship.
Yeah, it's a big ship. It's pretty big. So they would, and if you knew not to volunteer for this, but the girls would get up there and they'd ask, who wants to get fucking spanked, or who's the birthday boy, or whatever. And you were like, sit on your hands, bro. Like, no, it ain't me. Because these girls went fucking ham, bro.
Yeah.
They would take the guy, they'd strap him into the fucking thing. I forget if it was front facing or rear facing, whatever, but they'd strap him in, they'd take his belt, and they would just like
Yeah,
They just went fucking Romans on Jesus.
go to
Bro.
fucking town, bro.
Dude, guys are like crying. It was like straight up like abuse.
Yeah,
Bro.
they like flip you upside
Michelle?
down. They like flip you
Correct.
upside
Oh,
down on
that's
that
right.
motherfucker
Yeah.
too.
I've heard stories
Yeah.
about that. They always try to get the American strippers to go to Guam. It's
Oh,
3
yeah.
months contract out there.
That's
Yeah.
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
they send the girls out there for 3 months and they give you housing and you basically work at one club and you live there
Yeah.
for 3 months. But I heard
Yeah.
about that one. Yep.
Yeah, that was a trip.
I think they tie you to the steering wheel too, right?
they do.
Yeah.
and you can't get off.
You
yeah.
can't get off. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
it's-
no, it's easy to get off. Hit me again.
I remember
Call me mommy. What the fuck?
one of these guys was dating this, and all the strip clubs have their own little kind of vibe. And one of our boys was dating this chick who was this really big, like, fitness chick. I mean, big, like, she looked like a fucking gladiator, bro. I mean, she was probably like 160, but fucking jacked. And like you wouldn't want to get in a fight with this chick. But she's all into cardio and working out. So she's always sweating. She kind of smelled like she was fucking sweating all the time. But when she would do...
It's like, yeah, I ran here.
So I'd go to the strip club with the guys, and we get there, and this chick would be on stage, but she didn't really give a shit. So if she's like, if there's nobody there, she's not making money, she just start like running in place in her bikini and like doing cardio and shit on the stage.
8-count bodybuilders and shit.
Gotta
It's
get
just
my
like-
workout in.
But she's legit doing that on stage. Like she's legit sweating on stage.
I'm a maniac, maniac.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. And then we're like, we got in some conversation about like, hey, what are you gonna do after, you know? And she's like, I think she's like 30 or something at the time, maybe like early 30s. And she's like, oh, I'm working my way through medical school and be a doctor. And we're like, oh, cool. How far into that are you? Well, I haven't started. I'm like, bitch. start
That's a
working
story
your
we
fucking
tell
20s.
everybody. Yeah, I'm going to medical school.
I'm gonna be a nurse. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be an engineer.
I'm going to be an engineer. Wait.
Well, sometimes it works out. Like my baby mama, for lack of a better word, the girl I was dating for a long time. She
She's
actually
a doctor.
No, she married a doctor, plastic surgeon.
Even better.
But she was actually working her way through medical school. She
That's
was
cool.
actually one of the few that did it.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not an engineer.
I can vouch for her because I used to work with her.
Yeah, that's funny. We just
is
found this out. We just found this out on Sunday that she actually knows my ex. Yeah.
It's just a small world.
That's
Or
crazy.
I don't want to say her real name, but her stage name was Storm.
And that's how the relationship was.
Desert Storm.
Well, no, dude, I will say, man, like she was, as far as like, because I was married to a stripper previously, which did not go well. But to her credit, she was a really good girlfriend. Like, to be honest, like one of the best girlfriends I've ever had. She was. a great
Strippers are
girlfriend.
pretty loyal.
Yeah, she was the worst ex-girlfriend I've ever fucking had.
We're crazy as well.
Worst ex-girlfriend.
I
when we were
told you that
together,
bitch is crazy.
Yeah, I mean you can find them, but
Yeah.
There's good ones out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's like two types of strippers. There's like the ones that end up doing meth and like, you know, those crazy
Yeah.
ones. And it's the one that are super into their money,
Lose all their
business,
teeth.
financial advisors. And you're like, I'm using this as a stepping stone, you know? And
it's legit. I mean, it's great
I
money.
don't know it is. I mean, if you can stay straight, I never did drugs, never really drank. You know, I've had my moments, but like I just never, I was there about money.
Yeah.
I'm there to make my money. I don't want to be hungover the next day. And so.
So I had a team guy hit me up over the weekend and said this ties into Viking because there was a team guy at 5 and Dietz talks to this whenever we interviewed him at McPee's. And but this team guy was like, dude, you should have this guy on. His name's Dan Julson.
Oh, I know him. I
And
know
he
the
was
name,
he
yeah.
was at Team 5. He was in my sister platoon, and he's one of the guys.
Government credit card?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, is he the guy
Yeah.
that he was using his government?
But he's
credit
also
card?
one of the guys that was in our sister platoon up in Kodiak who was dancing and shit. But that deployment, I think it was it your deployment?
Dan was already gone.
Oh, this must have been the one before
Yeah.
because he was in golf platoon, and yeah, dude. So dudes would go into Viking, and it was slow, and they were like, hey, "How much to shut the bar down?" Sometimes it was $1,000. Sometimes it was like $10,000. This motherfucker literally throw his fucking government credit card down.
Yep, heard about
And
this.
they would take all the girls from the club, and they would go to another bar and get lap dances and so anyways, it was him and I think it was Tosh. Fucking rest in peace. Tosh got DRB'd or even went to mass, but he never threw his card down. But he was always with Juleson.
Yeah.
And dude, Juleson owed like so much money on his car, but he knew he was re-enlisting. So he was like, well, fuck it. I'm going to get a bonus. I'll just pay it off then.
Yeah, that was his logic, which did not work when it came to command.
Yeah, well, the command was like, dude, you can't use your fucking government credit card to
Take a bunch of strippers
shut
out.
a fucking bar down like it's a misuse. And he goes, yeah, but it's my fucking card. I'm paying it
pay it
off.
back.
Which, to his credit, I got it. I got where he was going with this. And I mean, this happened more than it probably should have, because when I first got to the team, the whole infancy of, like, I remember the first few trips I went on in STT, like, we would have to go across the street to NAB and we'd have to go to the cage, and there was a check cut for us by dispersing for our travel, and you would get 80%, and then you would go cash the fucking check, and then you would file a travel claim, and then they would either give you the last 20% of your shit or whatever the case may be. But then I think in my first platoon, we actually got government Amex government card. But the fucked up thing with the Amex was they wanted their money every month. They're like, and there were dudes that would, if you travel and it breaks a month, I mean, you're getting notices and you're getting penalties.
But you haven't got the money to pay.
You're like, dude, I haven't liquidated my travel claim yet. So Amex,
a lot of guys.
yeah, like the government kind of parted ways with Amex, which I don't even think Amex is like that now, because I still have a balance on my
changed
Amex.
it, yeah.
But
American Express is kind of like that, isn't it?
well, that is Amex. American Express, yeah.
Yeah, Amex. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's really hard to figure it out.
Mo's like zoning out. Like, what are you talking about over there? No, but I think it ultimately went to like a Visa or some shit. But yeah, it got to a point where, unauthorized use, and they would want to know, like, well, dude, this says you used your government card in Tucson. Like, what the fuck were you doing in Tucson? And like, well, I was out there with the family, and like dudes would like, I don't know that dudes were getting busted down for, using their shit for, unless it was like, yeah, I shut down a strip club in Tucson, and
Yeah,
but
they were pretty serious about it for a while. So that was not as, because I was around at that time too.
yeah,
It was well known you don't do that. That's why it was very surprising when he did that, because everybody's like, bro,
yeah.
come on.
Well, this was probably in like the late 90s.
Yeah.
Because it was still kind of known, like, hey, don't do this shit. But he was like on deployment, and he was just like, dude, I'm at the end of deployment. In a month, I think he was re-enlisting or some shit. And he was like, dude, I'll cover this, by then or whatever.
Didn't you get bounced for that though?
Yeah, dude, he got kicked out of the fucking team.
Yeah.
So that had been like 99 though, because it was right after I showed up.
Yeah.
Right before I showed up.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same guy. I think it might be, or maybe it was John Choate. But one of those guys who were in STT together, and we're out at Nyland. So Nyland, you're out in the middle of fucking
Didn't
desert.
Choate start Precinct too?
Yeah. Yeah, one of the funniest people I've ever met. That guy's a fucking character, man.
Is he a redhead?
No, he's like a tall kind of, he kind of looks like a tall Tom Hanks kind of guy. The handsomer. He's fucking
And a
hilarious.
damn good cook.
So we're out at Nyland, and we get like one day off in this like 3 weeks that we've been out there. And so somebody orders a fucking, we're going down to Calexico or some shit. It was like an hour and a half drive or something like that. So somebody orders a fucking limo to Nyland. And it's all, I mean, it's like miles and miles of dirt road, like washboard dirt road. Like, you don't want to take a car out there. And so this stretch limo pulls up to fucking Nyland, and like all the guys pile in and fucking take off to Calexico.
Dude,
I followed
that's
in a
fucking
different car.
hilarious, bro.
I don't know if that was Dan Juleson was in there, but that sounds like
something he'd do.
Yeah, exactly. There's been some wild stories around the teams, man. I love it.
Well, how do we end this?
Wow. I'm going to Sturgis next week.
Oh, nice.
Ryan's got a Sturgis story.
Is that is that for the big biker rally?
Yeah,
Is that
bike rally.
typically in August of every year?
August 5th. Yeah, I've worked that rally for 14 years in a row.
Really? Okay.
Yep. So
Where do you typically work?
there's a bar called Side Hack Saloon. It's right on the strip, right in the center of Sturgis. I'll be upstairs at the bar.
You have fun up there?
super fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be a lot more fun, and now they're pretty strict. Now there's kids that go there sometimes. I'm like, what do you got to bring a kid
Like
here for?
who's the most strict? Like the owners of the bar, or like
No,
just the cops
Sturgis.
everywhere?
Yeah, the cops. Yeah,
They
but
bring
it's
cops in from like all
all
over the place.
over.
up there,
It's their
yeah.
money. It's their revenue for the year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
What is it? A week long?
yeah,
I think it's
10
2
days.
weeks. Yeah, 10 days, 2 weekends. But you go out to the campgrounds where it's private. I mean, it's like.
Where do you typically stay when you're out there? They put you up somewhere?
Yeah,
or-
we have like private cabins.
Oh,
yeah,
right
but
on.
there's like, I think it's called Glencoe. It's the wild one.
Yeah, I stayed out there when I went up there in
I mean, they
2008.
do like some weird stuff out there.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah, we had an RV when we went out there. This is when I had forged with Mikey, and so we had the idea like, okay, we'll go out there and get a booth at Sturgis and do all this shit. I think this is probably like 2010 or 11, and so we went out there, and I'm excited, bro, because I'm like, I've always had an affinity for like biker shit.
When did you leave Forged?
I sold my half of it in 2012.
Okay.
I still have my kettlebell,
Oh, sick! Right
Demon
on.
Bell.
my Demon Bell. Yep.
Yeah. So we started late 2007, and then it was a 5-year run, and then I sold my half to one of our employees, and then whatever. But so we go out to Sturgis, and I'm thinking, like, dude, this is gonna be fucking dope. I get to see some fucking Hell's Angels and hang out with some fucking like legit 1%ers. Like, this is gonna be fucking rad. It was not like that at all, bro. I was supposed to stay out there for like 5 days. I went out there one day. I went out one night. I'm like, this is fucking horrible. It was a bunch of like, imagine your dad on like a fucking regular off the shelf Harley, like cruising around pretending to be tough. There was no 1%ers there. It was all just these.
You got there too early.
Yeah. Yeah. There's
Maybe.
definitely.
Was there? Okay.
Yeah, our bar's a big hangout for that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely got to know the spots to go. There's definitely the man in the bedazzled jeans.
You're like,
you
oh
know.
shit, this is the nerd weekend.
Yeah, I've
Are you
rented
talking
a
about the
Harley.
Gucci guy?
Yeah, yeah, and you rent your Harley or it's the Gucci bike or whatever.
Yeah.
Definitely some of that, but if you know the hidden spots, it's outrageous.
I tried to find everything because it was not a big strip. So we stayed out there. I did one night. I'm like, I'm changing my flight and leaving early, bro. This is not.
Yeah, if you
Oh, I
stay on
thought
the
you
strip,
guys
it's pretty
drove a
boring.
fucking RV there.
No, we partnered with these other guys who had a forged eyewear company. So we shared a booth out there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was a weird kind of setup. And then we're like, okay, cool, we'll split costs. But it was, yeah, I flew in for like one day. I'm like, I'm fucking.
What's the one way
It's
on
not
the
what I
outskirts by
expected.
the campground? Is it the Broken Spoke or
Buffalo Chip.
Buffalo Chip? Okay.
Yeah, that one's pretty fun. They do the big concerts.
Oh, that's a huge, that's a huge
yeah,
venue
but it's
there.
Glencoe
it?
that does the anal ring toss, and they do they do.
Is that driving distance from the main strip? Because I was
Yeah.
only on the strip.
Yeah, Buffalo
Oh,
Chip's like
okay.
15 minutes out, something like
Okay.
that. Yeah, like I said, if you go out to the private stuff, it's the wild
That's
parties
a
are out
huge
there.
venue out there.
Yeah, I stayed in the
missed
campgrounds
it.
when I went out there. It was fucking nuts, man.
You out there with Tony? You guys rode
Yeah,
your,
well,
you guys
no,
rode-
no. Actually, I took my truck, but I put both the choppers in the back of the truck.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I mean
Choppers.
Tony Sandoval, and yeah, it was good. It was a good deal, man. We spent like a week up there, just tent camped, and but yeah, this crazy ass storm came in. It was fucking nuts, dude. Like tornado warning started going off in the town, just crazy downpour, and like 4 people in the campgrounds got struck by lightning.
Holy
so.
shit.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
dude,
it
it's
flooded
like-
one year really, really bad. It flooded in the Chip, I think. And there's
Yeah.
like porta potties, I'm just like, the electrical wires just laying around. It's,
They're like, lady, hold still. I can't get my Tupperware.
yeah. No, the bowl just kind of floats by. Oh, gross. No, you definitely got to know where to go and stir just to have fun because the cops are crazy out there. But my
Yeah.
bar's really fun. They do wet T-shirt contests and
What was the name of it again?
Side Hack.
Side hack.
Yeah, and there's an upstairs. The gentlemen's club's upstairs, and then there's like a bar and the white T-shirt contest downstairs.
Yeah,
It's
I
a lot
must
of
have
fun.
gone to the wrong spot.
You did because if you go on the strip, it's like T-shirt vendors and
That was us.
yeah.
Yeah, that's like all the commerce and shit
Yeah.
right there. on
All the
main strip,
dudes
yeah.
down there in their wet T-shirts. Step right up, get your wet forged T-shirt. Like, ugh.
Banana hammocks.
Well, right on. Well, hey, it was great having you on the
Yeah,
show. I don't know
thanks.
if you want to plug anything else.
Nope.
Brian's butthole.
I know. Those are stories for the after hours.
I'll take the small size.
You should see his dishwasher.
Man, thanks so much for coming on,
Yeah,
Michelle.
thanks for
and
having me
sharing
on.
these
It's
stories.
super fun.
Yeah. A lot of history in San Diego, and it's funny how all these things like interconnect to all the stories we're talking about, like all over the world, and all the characters. It's
6
I love
degrees
it.
of separation
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, fuck, legitimately like 30 years of just debauchery and good
Shenanigans.
shenanigans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just, it's crazy. I look back on, I mean, shit, first coming into San Diego in like the mid 90s. And it's like, I mean, the town itself has changed so much, but I mean, the people and like everything, it's fucking crazy.
It's a vibe.
It is.
Yep, but look at us here.
Yeah.
In bed by 7 p.m.
I know,
Still
right?
hanging out in PB. Danny's.
Well, I ain't ready to hang it up yet.
Yeah.
2-day hangovers.
Just get home earlier. That's
Yeah.
all. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yep.
The hangovers definitely don't get over the hangovers
No.
as fast as I did when I was 20.
Yeah.
So I stopped drinking like 7 p.m., go home, get some hydration, some pizza,
Pop an IV in.
Yep.
get ready to go.
Yeah.
All right, fuck yeah.
All
All
right.
right, thank you so much.
Thanks for
Later,
sharing. Right on.
fuckers.
See you at
Thanks for
Danny's. See you at Danny's.